Welcome to the Troll and Bard. Listen, it's not that hard. Just come on in and have a drink with Bard and the Troll. Ding, ding. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Troll Bard Tavern. As always, it's your host, the Bard, with the other host, the Troll.
What's peepin', dog?
Oh, I'm here just living my best, man. Having a few grogs with the,
It's the troll bread.
yeah, dude, with my little traveling companion here.
Up in this tavern.
Yeah. So what's new, dude? What have you been up to?
Dog.
Dog. What's up?
As far as gaming or life?
Let's start with life.
Life. I've been helping out some good people lately.
That's awesome,
and getting
man.
rewarded in many ways.
Ooh, quest rewards. Okay. What's up?
Yeah, you see that little box over there?
I do see that little box.
Yeah, someone gifted me a bunch of brand new tools and just like survival stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
High quality tools. Like all day he was telling me how don't buy a cheap tool because it's not worth it. It's worth it to save and buy a better tool. And then the man gives me a box full of unopened, just like everything. There's like a survival flashlight, does like the red blinking and everything. And man, this is going to be my Bard. I'll just say it now.
Yeah.
My friend's uncle. Uncle Rick.
Uncle Rick.
Shout out to Uncle Rick for gifting me all that.
No, he's absolutely right, man. It is worth it to save up that little bit longer and not buy some like generic Walmart tool or Dollar General, like dollar store brand tool. Like, do a little bit of research, save it up. The tool's going to last way longer. It's going to perform way better. And you're not going to get mad at it and just throw it away and have to go buy that good tool anyway.
Yeah, man. He also gave me a set of golf clubs today.
What?
Yeah. I've never even golfed before, but I was like, I'm interested.
Yeah,
sure.
I've gone twice. It's definitely one of those things that take a lot of practice, but it is fun. Dale, my stepdad, took me to a driving range, and then he took me on the full course to do 18 holes. And I was terrible, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's cool, man, just driving around on the golf cart. I mean, I wasn't old enough to drink, so I was just cruising on the golf cart.
Was that at the country club?
It was not at the country club.
In Elwood? Near Elwood?
I think it was the one...
I had to cook at one of them.
Yeah. I don't think it was that one. I can't remember where it was. I think the driving range was the one in Grove City, maybe?
Nice.
Or not Grove City, I'm sorry. Hermitage.
And then he also gave me a couple books, and they are a little over 100 years old each.
What?
And the one is just...
Ah.
What Bird Is That? By Frank M. Chapman. And I'm liking it, dude. I'm like waiting for my group to form in WoW, and I'm sitting here dazing out, looking at learning about all these birds. And what else? The trees.
How to know the trees.
Yeah. Just
very nice.
All around plants, trees. He showed me how to like properly trim the trees and everything. And he was like kind of choking up a little bit. He said he didn't have a lot of faith in our generation. And because his nephew is Leroy. So, and Leroy was very smart, very good kid.
Yeah.
And but he's looking at the rest of the world. He's like, I just didn't have a lot of faith. So to see that like you're interested in this kind of stuff, pumps him up.
Yeah, there's a lot of skills that got lost or haven't been passed on, and especially now so because we're in this technological age that stuff that has to do with nature and the outside just don't seem as important as like, hey, can you code? Can you, work with electronics, cybersecurity? Like everything's moving towards the non-physical, the digital. And a lot of these skills, because it's moved so fast, man. I mean,
yeah, in the
just
past
in
30 years or so.
Yeah,
it's
like
really...
literally our generation was born into like this technological revolution.
Yeah.
And our parents are the ones who grew up with that. Like, hey, you have to know what these trees are. You have to know like which plants you can and can't eat.
It's interesting to grow up doing both things, you know?
Yes.
I've always been on a computer and I've always played sports and just been an outdoors kid.
Mm-hmm. It's important that you have like you raise your kids and that your kids are raised in like a very balanced thing.
Yeah.
With the physical and the mental. My dad was real big onto that. I mean, he was teaching me how to shoot bows and throw knives. Stuff like whittling, how to pick berries and stuff like that, and where to find them, how to recognize certain things.
And that is pretty lost.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used it in probably 20 years. It just
I don't mean for you, I just mean like in general.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm teaching the boys how to shoot a bow, and eventually I'm going to teach them how to throw a knife, throw a tomahawk, shoot a gun, like all of the sort of things, and even construction, man. The basic ability to fix things around the house.
Yeah.
Not even like, oh, put a new roof on your house, but like,
teach John how to level stuff properly.
Yeah, man.
Very easy.
Like, do you know how to sand? Do you know how to paint? Like, there's a right way to do it. You can get by just putting paint on the wall, but like, there is a better way to do everything.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm a little superstitious, man. All this survival gear comes out of nowhere. These survival books on berries and birds.
Oh.
I was thinking today, I'm like, how could I use the birds to, given its apocalypse or anything, how could the birds help me?
What I was always told, because my dad took me hunting a lot, is the birds are like the alarm system of the forest. And if they see something that's not right, they'll start chirping a certain way and alert like the entire forest, like, hey, there's a predator here. There's something that doesn't belong here. And
now I got to figure out which birds do what with this book.
To the point where my dad would carry a blunted arrow. And if he saw one of them up in a tree, he'd pop it.
Because it's squealing because of him?
Yeah, because they would see a hunter or just something that didn't belong in the forest, and it would alert all the forest animals, hey, don't come near here.
Knock that motherfucker
For real. It's the same idea as like you see in all the movies where the dudes like start breaking into a place and they shoot out the cameras. Same idea. It was the same idea, just in a nature sense. And there's a bunch of other things. I mean, geez, man. There's so much stuff that I've forgotten, and so much stuff that is in those old books. Because I have a couple of old, like herb books, as far as like, oh, this is what, vegetation books, like this is what wild carrot looks like. This is what a wild onion looks like. These are the type of mushrooms, that grow. This is typically where they grow. This is how you cook them and prepare them. I was trying to get into like gardening and stuff like that, so I bought a bunch of just herb books, and I found some really crusty old ones that were just super cool.
Yeah, I'm digging these old ones.
Mm-hmm. They're awesome, man. It's
the ones from 1920.
Because it's not mainstream, and it was mainstream at one point. Like, that's what like the Boy Scouts and stuff were learning, those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not mainstream anymore, it feels like you found some like lost knowledge, and you're like, oh man, like I don't know this. I don't know anybody who I would say, oh, they know this.
Yeah.
It feels like some weird, like you found some ancient tome with like secrets from the beyond, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and like the guy Rick, he could walk right up to any plant and tell me what it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my dad can
that'd be pretty cool to get to that point.
Yeah, my dad can do that with trees. And just like look at the bark and just be like, oh, it's this type of tree.
Yeah.
Like it's this breed of maple.
I need to get on that. Dude, I need to get my study on.
I used to love not even doing anything, but just going for a walk through the woods. Not like through a trail, not like through a park, but just like woods.
That's where we're meant to be.
Yeah. It was like
one with the nature.
It was like the closest thing I had to like meditation at the time. Because I was just alone.
That's why I really dig walking. It's like the most meditating thing that I could do.
Yeah, because there's nothing else except for what's in that forest.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter anything else outside that forest. It's nice. Everyone should go for more walks. I should go for more walks.
Just gotta find somewhere to go.
Yeah. Find a forest, find a field. Even if it is through a park, man. Touch some grass, hear some birds.
But shoot, man, that was my day. Also, we just got a pet turtle, as you saw.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Little Lando brought it home. So, I kind of tried to do up a little habitat for him.
I saw that. That was pretty good.
I just had like a little pool area for him. I stacked up some rocks so he could climb up. I had like some big tree bark for him to climb like in and out of the water and everything. What else did I do? Found like some big pieces of bark for him to hide under because I guess turtles, especially baby ones, they want to hide like because they're scared.
Yeah.
So it's like better just let it hide.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to do a lot of research because I'm sure if you can figure out what type of turtle it is, you can figure out like how much water they need and blah 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 and that kind of stuff. Because I mean,
because it could be
a tortoise, and tortoises can't swim.
It can swim.
It can swim. Well, then
I was testing it out. I was playing with it for hours last night, just trying to set up a sweet habitat for him.
Yeah.
It goes with the turtle well, man. We've been playing so much turtle, like turtle shows up.
Hey, we've got a mascot.
Who?
The turtle.
Oh, yeah.
The mascot now.
No, I regret bringing it up in that Discord channel because this lady gave me paragraphs on what to do.
There's always a guy.
And I don't even know what kind of turtle it is, so we got to start there. I got to identify.
Mm-hmm. You're just going to be looking through pictures of turtles on Google. Just like, which turtle is it?
I already did that. I couldn't find it or figure it out.
Maybe you can find like a pet store and just be like, hey, what is this? Help me. But no, man, that's awesome. I'm always worried that the boys are going to find some kind of animal. And then we have like, now we have a new pet. My
sister found a squirrel one time. You remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Put it in the dog cage because it was injured. And then eventually we just let it go. It was fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it died.
No. You nurse it back to health. I mean, it'll just go back to doing what it's doing. Just needs a little vacay to recoup. But I mean, if my kids find a dog, I've got a dog. If they find a cat, I've got a cat now. Like we've got a bunny in our yard, and it's huge, man. It's getting the size of a cat. And normally, back when I lived in more countryvilles, you'd pop it because
they're gonna mess with your garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've got a tomato plant right now.
You gotta protect that little guy.
Yeah. Oh, if I notice one little bite out of one of those leaves, that's stalking that bunny.
Yeah.
But no, I need to put it in like a cage and stuff like that.
What else, man? What else? What is going down? Yeah, so that's
your life. That's what's going on in your life.
That's my life apart from gaming.
Sure. So what's going on with your gaming?
Let's see.
Saw you were grinding before I came over.
Yeah, sent you a little video clip of Yugi popping off some arrows.
Did you roll up the hunter?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Was it a high elf or a night elf?
High elf.
High elf. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, buddy. Having fun with that. Not having fun keeping it happy. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I got to figure it out.
That was my main deterrent as a hunter, was that not only do you have to lose one of your bag slots to ammunition, you then basically
fill it up with food.
With food for your pet.
I can't remember because last time I played Hunter on Classic, I only got to 55, but I don't remember it being difficult in the end.
They changed it.
In Classic.
Oh, in Classic?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Whenever
Blizzard came out with Classic.
Maybe they kept some of the quality.
You didn't even let me finish what I was saying.
I'm sorry, man.
You don't even know what I was saying. What I'm trying to say is...
Go ahead.
I don't remember it being a struggle at level 55 last time I was playing.
Okay.
So maybe it gets... I forget what happens because I'm not too familiar with Hunters. This is only my second time playing it.
Yeah.
So, maybe as they get higher level, they require less or something. But right now, dude, it sucks. I gave this boar a stack and a half of food and nothing changed. Nothing in its mood changed. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here?
It's a hungry boy. Yeah, I don't know.
So I just let that one go.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to find something better. Hopefully.
I'm a happier animal somewhere.
Yeah, but I found a spider and it feels different. So I think it might be because it's a little bit higher level. Maybe it's the animal type.
It could be, dude. There's so much little nuances.
I don't know.
But yeah. Because I know in retail, they changed it so you don't have to feed your pets anymore. It's just... Oh. You just have a pet. You're done.
Dude, like I said, I haven't played retail since Cataclysm.
Yeah. So what I was saying was I don't know if they kept any of the things. Maybe snuck some stuff into Classic. How hard of a rollback they did. I don't know. But they probably would have gotten called on it. But yeah, that was the main reason I never played a hunter. Very far. I think I got to around level 20 and I was like, dude, I'm tired of this pet. But I was useless without the pet.
Yeah, they're fun, man. You just gotta bite through those early levels.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, man, Papa Cheese, level 21. High Elf Paladin,
Heck yeah.
That's where we left off, I think, 21.
Yeah.
You might be 20.
Yeah, Fiddle might still be 20. But he's probably close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, on World of Warcraft, right? What classes have you played? Let's say most to least. If we were gonna do a tier
most
list.
To least.
Yeah. Your number one play
that's
time,
tough.
all the way down to whatever you've played for 5 minutes. It was this trash.
It's probably warrior, priest, rogue. Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said this is only my second time playing Hunter.
Yeah.
So lots of time into warrior, lots of time into priest. When I started a long time ago and throughout the years on private servers, played a lot of priest. Yeah, they're cool, I guess. And then rogue.
Have you played warlock at all?
No, not past level 5.
Because I was about to say you might, if you the spellcaster aspect of it, and you've got either the destruction, which is basically a fire mage.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the demonology, which is the beast mastery.
Dude, I'm playing them all.
I get you.
I'm getting them all to 60.
But what I'm saying is the warlock has the same kind of feel as the hunter. But it's a spellcaster with pets, but you don't have to feed the pets. They're demons. It's real nice. Yeah. Plus, you can summon them, so you don't have to, go out and tame them. You can swap between them whenever you want. It's a long cast. It's a 5-second cast or whatever. But you can just, bring out your Voidwalker, which is, the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And then the little imp is the DPS. And then there's a Fell Hunter. There's also a Succubus.
I will eventually, but like I'm saving it. That's like one I'm gonna save for.
I think you would like it because it's like a caster, but it also has like
I think I'd like everything right now, especially with all this new balance and everything and new skills.
Yeah, most of the classes I like. It's just figuring out, which ones I like the most. So I've been kind of bouncing between all the classes to try them out. And I've been playing the druid a lot lately.
Dude, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, druids, like, they always seem like they're having a lot of fun doing their thing.
Honestly, after our Dead Mines little expedition where I was like, man, it sucks not having a tank or a good healer.
Yeah.
Well, like a good tank and a good healer, because, like, it doesn't matter too much at that low level.
We almost made it.
Yeah, we got really far.
And then every piece of my armor was red.
Yeah. But I was thinking, I was like, man, a druid would be awesome because they could tank if you spec them right. Like, decently well. They can heal. They can DPS. Like, they've got the trifecta of every group.
Mm-hmm.
Same as, like, the paladin.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's, like, it's the same kind of idea.
Same, but different.
Yeah. And, like, I guess shaman's in there, too, but we're playing Alliance, so...
Well, the thing is, like, we all play together in this game.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Which is, like, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like, you always have people for dungeons and raids, and there's, like, no beef when you're in the group.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, once the group drops, someone
PvP
that took your gloves that raid, you might get in there and freaking gouge them real quick.
My Defiance gloves.
Man, I was having some duels today, dude.
Were you?
Yeah, I was just chilling up at the entrance to Blackrock Spire. It's like a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm just chilling in the corner at AFK. I forget what I was doing, and this rogue comes up to me and he kills me, and he just starts messaging me, PMing me, and just talking shit, dude. And I come back and just destroy him. So then I partied up with this guy that ran up, and then I ended up inviting the rogue to our group because we were all looking for a Blackrock Spire run. And he joins, and he's like real salty, right? Dude is super salty, and now he can see my gear. So he shows up, he's looking at my gear and everything, and like linking it in the chat.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've been playing for less than a month, all right?
Yeah,
like,
easy.
Yeah, easy, buddy. I told him that, too. I made sure to tell him. I was like, hey, listen, I've been playing for about a month, and I just destroyed you. So what does that have to say? What do you have to say?
Yeah.
And then I killed him again.
Yeah.
I just had to do it.
He just got you that first time.
Yeah.
Because he snuck up on you.
Yeah, I was like in the corner, invisible.
Yeah, just vibing.
Yeah.
Those rogues. Always ruining a good time.
So yeah, there's that. But so the Papa Cheese, and then my rogie.
Yep.
I got 3 pieces of tier 1 from Molten Core for the rogue. And I got 1 piece of tier 2. I got the helm.
Nice, man.
Off Nixia, which is really easy to get if you I guess if you just play your cards right.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the first time I ran rogue, I did not get this helm. I could never get it, but I didn't need it. I ended up getting a better one anyway. But this try, man, first time in Nixia, I don't think any other rogue needed it, and I got it. I was like, hell yeah,
nice, man.
Might have a picture. Let me see. So I don't know if you're down for this.
What's up?
But whether on your mage or if you got a new character, we should power level that boy. Like one of these boys.
Like, you talking power level?
I'll get you to 60 as quick as I can. Like I'll try to help you out.
Okay.
So there's 2 ways, or there's probably multiple ways, but the one way is like you could just tag something and then I'll kill it. So it's slower that way, but you can get some really good XP off that.
Sure, yeah.
Like you'll be getting more
and
than...
it's safe. Because like you've got a level 60 hanging out with you.
Like you'll probably be getting like 500 to 600 XP per kill if I'm helping you do that with double XP.
Yeah.
So we could power level you a couple of different ways. I just want you to get to 60.
I feel you, man. I've been thinking about this a lot, and that's why I'm trying out all these classes. I was like, I just need to pick one, because right now with Fiddle, I'm like, hey, that's like our little duo team. Like, we're kind of like hanging out together, staying at the same level, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's all the times where my kids are running around, or I've only got like a half hour I can play. That's where I try to play on these other classes.
Yeah.
And just like do a little quest or kill a few enemies or whatever. But I was like, I need to find a dude, and I just need to get to 60, because like it'll just be so much easier. Start a new character, I just throw him a couple gold, and it's like...
Yeah, well, because I didn't want you to like miss out on the leveling experience, because I definitely did at the very end, like 50 through 60. I just grinded everything. It was so fast and easy.
Yeah.
I was like, why would I travel around and do all these quests? Because
Yep.
it's faster just to grind. And but if you were down for that,
I am down for that. Like I said, I want to get a dude up to level 60, and that's what I was trying to do, was just find a dude, and then off to the side whenever we're not streaming, if I'm playing a dude, I'm working on him or her, and trying to get him to level cap.
Dude, what are you going to play, man? You can play Horde.
I know. It's not about the race thing. I'm not worried about the race.
We can still be in the same guild, too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Loot. The loot from the bosses will be like, all right, this is Alliance loot, this is Horde loot. So it's always, they had to add that in.
Is it like the same?
Or is it just usually the same?
So like if this helmet drops for Alliance, it also drops for the Horde?
I think it's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I mean, that makes sense. It's not just like, oh, the Alliance gets this one.
Yeah.
And you guys get nothing.
Yeah, they fixed that. So, but they are about to release their first 40-man raid, and that's pretty interesting.
Like one of their own creations,
custom. Because they have dungeons. You know, they've made dungeons. They've got the level 31 that we got to try, because I didn't do it yet.
Gotta get to level 30.
Yeah, so we can power level a little Fizz or Fiddle, or
you know what? I specifically built Fiddle
to be your
to help everybody.
Okay, yeah, we'll leave him then.
Yeah, he wasn't meant to like do raids or anything like that. I was just gonna build him to be like, he's the tailor, he's the enchanter. What you want to
do, dog? You trying to do some big DPS?
Well,
or...
now that this is on the table, because I've been looking at these dudes, and I'm looking at solo playability, because this game is hard to play by yourself, man. Like. Classic.
It can be frustrating.
Yeah, you're gonna die a lot.
Yeah, and you're gonna waste a lot of time trying to run groups with random people sometimes,
and a lot of money, fixing all your gear from dying constantly. But if that doesn't matter because someone's powering level me, I can just pick any class.
Yeah. Dude, you could go druid heals, you could do druid tank, but you're just gonna have to learn as much as you can in that 1 through 60, You
have to be level 60 and have no idea how to play a druid.
Well, I mean, you're never gonna stop. If it's a new class, you're never gonna stop learning shit,
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've got like a level 16 druid right now, and I don't think I've ever gotten a druid this high level before.
I don't think you need any requirements to raid in Molten Core, like how I was talking about the hit percentage. Pretty sure you're just fine. Or maybe that's just me because my skill tree gives me 5.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that's like the entry level 40 raid, so you can just walk up in there with greens. Because there's so many purples class specific that go to waste or get disenchanted because no one in your guild needs it anymore. You run it every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we saw a bunch of druid gear go to disenchant, like I'm talking tier 1 stuff. So dude, we get you to 60, we get you in Molten Core every week. Or like when you can, if you can. It's Friday night at 9.
Friday night at 9.
That might work with your schedule. I know it's like pushing it.
It might.
You're gonna have to like. All right, boys. It's raid night, and I'm trying to think of how fast we did it. We did it like super fast last night.
Like an hour?
I think it was like an hour and a half. We downed all the bosses.
That's not too bad. If it's like that, because I mean we've done like 4-hour streams.
Yeah.
So like, if that's all we're doing is just kind of like logging on, we're running it, and then we're out.
Get you geared, my dude.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I'll have to think about it, because honestly, I like the idea of a shaman, because they can do a little bit of everything. You know, they get the mail armor, they can use shields, they can cast spells, they can heal. They get like a little taste of everything, and I think that's what I've been liking about the druid, is I get to do a little bit of everything. But also, if I'm getting power leveled, I kind of want to pick a class that I don't want to level solo. You know? Well,
just think about, like, I don't know, what's like the end game level 60 stuff. Like, what do you like seeing? Do you like seeing them rogues pwn? We gonna go dual rogues?
Dual rogues.
I'd be down.
Oh,
power level rogue.
Power level rogue. That was my main back in retail. As a rogue, human rogue.
Dude, every day I see in the chat someone say, "Oh yeah, they're gonna be bringing in Undead Pally soon. Can't wait."
Yeah,
and I guess that would be pretty OP for some reason. I guess something about the racial passives of the undead. They have
they're immune to they have a thing that breaks fear and charms or something like that.
Yeah, which is big for PvP.
Yeah.
So they're saying that with Paladin is
would
like
be
OP.
Stupid, yeah. That would be stupid.
Every day I see someone saying it and it's like, are they doing it? Like, you guys keep talking about it.
I saw some Reddit posts about that too. So that was actually my next topic, also World of Warcraft related. All right. One was, if there's anything you could change about like the class race combinations, what would you change? You know, as far as like, would you add something to one of the races? Would you take away from one of the races? You know, Horde or Alliance, it really doesn't matter. Like one of the combinations, like, I'll give you an example. I think it's stupid that gnomes can be warriors.
Really?
I think it's dumb.
I think that's normal.
It is normal. That's been there since day one.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was able to be a warrior. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid that a 2-foot tall person is tanking on Nixia and just, like, eating shots and stuff like that.
Well, the big thing about WoW is, like, you're just really looking at, like, the profile pictures.
Yeah.
You know, to see, like, who's getting targeted by what.
I get you. There's nothing wrong. It's not like they have, like, an extra, like, ooh, dodge
What you're
bonus.
saying is there's something wrong about this.
As far as, like, yeah, the realism of this game, you know, I think it is stupid that gnomes can be warriors. I really do.
That's what you would take away?
Yeah. That's something I would change. That's my number one thing I would take away.
It's just reminded me of this video where this guy made a new character and all his all his viewers made new gnomes. And they just went and invaded, dude.
The same exact skin and everything, too.
They, like, got people to convert to gnomes. They just logged out and made gnomes. And I think they go, like, pretty hard.
You know what? All right.
That reminded me. Okay, so they're outside of org.
Sorry.
They're outside of org.
There's a line of gnomes standing outside of Orgrimmar.
Yeah.
Just like a firing squad of these little level 1 gnomes.
I feel you, dude. But I'm not gonna lie, I did see a goblin warrior the other day in the raid, and I was like, man, he looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. It's an amazing meme. I think it's hilarious. That there's like a 2-foot character that can tank like the world boss, like the dragon. I don't feel
I see what you're saying. If they didn't, because you grew up playing Guild Wars,
yes,
and Guild Wars was more like, weren't they more specific about those types of things? Or was it like WoW?
Guild Wars 1 was all human, so it really didn't matter. Guild Wars 2, anybody could be anything.
Oh, okay, so they didn't have that.
Yeah. I don't know what. I'm trying to think of a game I can, like, bring that back to. Because there's really not too many games. Like, I don't have a good backing other than, like, it.
So do you get, like, sick to your stomach when you see a little warrior?
No, because to me, it is hilarious. But what I'm saying is, like, they gave the gnomes Hunter, which a lot of people are mad about. Because Hunter is supposed to be...
I did see that the other day, and I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, they're supposed... Hunters are supposed to be super in tune with nature. Gnomes have nothing to do with nature. They're all, like, engineering and building and industry and blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't fit. I don't think that Warrior fits. Like, from, like, a realistic standpoint. It's a video game. We all know it's a video game. But, like... No, if you're gonna have we have one dude who's gonna bear the brunt of all these. It'd be funny if
Turtle took it away. If they were
they do. I think that I don't think that the smaller classes,
they're not big enough to protect me.
Yeah, the gnome and the goblin. I don't think they should be warriors.
Leave it up to the humans.
Even the dwarves thematically have always been super good tanks. Like Lord of the Rings, like they're always heavy armor.
I feel you.
Dungeons and Dragons, they've always been heavy armored, great tanks.
Undead Hunter, though, that would be interesting.
An Undead Hunter,
I would have to play it.
I think it would be good.
I'm sorry, Paladin.
Oh, Paladin.
Well, both. Like, I'd have to play both.
I could see an Undead Hunter because the undead were humans until that plague hit, and then they became undead. So, like, anything that
be a paladin.
Anything that a human could be, because I think it's stupid that humans can't be hunters either. Like, I feel like they should be hunters. But then they'd have, 7 classes. It'd be ridiculous. And again, I support humans being able to be every class. Because that's every game, man. If anybody could do anything, it's the human. Can they be a better druid than what a night elf would be? Could they be a better warrior than what an orc can be? No.
But they can do it.
But they can do everything. That's the main draw of being a human is you're mutable. You can do whatever. Maybe not to be the best.
I think it's a perfect moment to play this.
Oh no.
I asked AI to draw WoW zones.
I'm ready for it. Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, I mean, they're nailing it. 100%.
This is amazing art.
Yeah. And the weird thing, I mean, I'm sure they kind of, the AI kind of Googled it itself and kind of figured out what it's supposed to look like. Because
that's what the AI does. It basically just
scans
whatever engines it can possibly connect to. It'll search through those portals, basically, of information. And AI is just constantly... That's what it does. It just compiles info.
Yeah. I mean, it has to, because all these pictures that it's showing are spot on for the areas.
But I know you're saying, the user maybe, adding in a little touch, you know?
Yeah, but man, that AI art is getting ridiculous. You know, there's people calling themselves AI artists. They're considering what the AI draws as their art. It's wild.
Screw them.
Yeah. You're not an artist.
You don't know what art is.
Type in a few words.
Typing in some zeros and ones. You never picked up a paintbrush.
Losing it, man.
We'll see where it all goes. It's popping off quick, though. You know, this AI art.
I mean, if you're not looking for anything specific, you're just looking for I want a picture of a troll fighting an orc. AI art will draw that in 3 seconds. And you don't have to spend like days like sketching and drawing and shading and all that junk, you know?
Dude, I would definitely play some D&D World of Warcraft.
So I am sure that it exists out there somewhere, because there is a D&D for Magic the Gathering, there is a D&D for Fallout, there is a D&D for Elder Scrolls, there's a D&D for like every major title. 100% I believe there's one for World of Warcraft. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, this would be intense. This would be like...
Because you already know the mobs.
Yeah, you know where they're at. Yeah.
But the added effect, like the added like difficulty, is you have a person now controlling the AI of the mobs.
Yeah, rolling dice.
Yes. The dungeon master can move them how he believes a real person would, not an NPC would.
You could be like the level 48 pulls aggro.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like, if you walk in there and you shoot a gun, everyone in the courtyard's going to hear that gun. You could aggro the entire courtyard.
You could have like a card for every type of fail that could happen in a dungeon and be like,
you sure could.
So-and-so pulls so aggro.
You could, man. You could leave it up to just like random chance.
That'd be interesting.
But I 100% like try to put myself in that room where like, oh, if you're sneaking around and you're murdering these dudes one by one, they're probably not going to notice. But as soon as you like fire off a fireball and like crumble a building, like everyone in that place is going to know what's happening, or at least come try to find out what's happening. So this, my guy, there is a guy, Cassius Marsh. He used to play for the Seattle Seahawks, or still does, I'm not sure. But he opened up a card shop, and I thought he had the highest bounty for the One Ring card. The Willy Wonka. We took one
people
printing.
Are putting out their own money on it.
This is a bounty, man.
He's paying $1 million for that card.
No. Cassius Marsh put out $500K. He's like, $500K. You bring it to me, I will hand you that in cash. And he's got it. He's 100% got it. But this ring that they're only printing one of in Elvish is hidden somewhere in a random one of the new sets, the Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. Somewhere in there is that Willy Wonka card. And this David Adams has just like put up a $1 million bounty for the card.
I was going to say, because like if there's only one,
it's the only one.
It's going to be worth more than $1 million. Mm-hmm. Sadly.
It could be priceless because it's the only one they're printing. That's Wizards' thing.
Yeah.
It's they're like, we're printing
it's
one.
Worth more than $1 million.
Mm-hmm. But is it worth $1 million to you? Like, if you pulled it, would you sell it for $1 million?
Oh, dude, I would bluff. I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Try to like get some more out of it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if they got $1 million for one piece of cardboard,
hell yeah, I'd bluff.
What's $2 million?
I'd be like, I don't know, there's only one of these in the world, and I got it. They'd be like, we're at your house knocking on the door. I'd already be gone by then. If I pulled it, I'd be underground somewhere.
Dude, for real, it's like winning the lottery. If you post it out, you're getting robbed like the next day.
I'd have to gather the entire family and then
move out to like a
we're staying here for like 2 weeks, everybody.
Just hiding out. So
until I get this sold.
The community is divided, man, because for the pure flavor of it, like half of the people want to buy it, they want to keep it, protect the precious, like stow it away in a glass case and just admire it from afar, which is very also on flavor, but the other half want to destroy it.
Really?
There's a couple of dudes in Hawaii who are like, hey, I'm not paying you any money for it, but if you give me this card, me and my friend will personally walk it up a volcano and throw it in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, I was saying this when they first, announced it. I was like, okay, either someone's going to get it and they're going to sell it for a shit ton of money, or they're going to get it and just rip it in half.
Oh, man. Yeah, because I thought about that, too. That's funny.
That's
weird. Both thoughts came to my head. I was
and they're on flavor. They're on flavor for the One Ring. It's like it's too powerful for one man to have that card. Like it's worth too much money. It's worth too much. It'll corrupt you.
I feel like Magic the Gathering is pulling some kind of scam around this. There's just something tells me there's
for real.
Fishy.
Magic the Gathering can physically print another one. They have the image saved. They've got the factory. They can print 1,000 of these things if they wanted.
Yeah.
But it's only worth this much if they print one. As soon as they print a second one, the value is gone.
talking about like just knowing where it goes, like some type of shadiness.
I get you, man. I get you.
What do we got here, dude?
This is the new Commander decks that are coming out with the Lord of the Rings set. So, every card in here has new Lord of the Rings art. Even if they're old cards that are being reprinted, they have new Lord of the Rings art on them.
Wow. How much is this deck?
Scroll up.
$400?
No. Scroll up again. The deck itself they typically sell for around $50. The card value, the estimated card value, is $450 just for this deck. Because, one, it's Lord of the Rings. Two, they're reprinting a lot of good cards, but also these cards have art that are only going to be in this set.
So they're going to be pretty damn rare.
Yeah, and there's also just a ton of new cards that are just crazy. And you can see the prices along here. I mean, the first deck is the Sauron Lord of the Rings, which is the Commander. It's just freaking Sauron. 5 blue, black, red. He's a 9/9 avatar horror creature. When you cast this spell, amass Orcs 5, which means you make 5/5 Orc, I think. Mill 5 cards, and then return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. It also has trample, and whenever a commander an opponent controls dies, the ring tempts you, which is like the new sort of mechanic from this set. And I don't 100% know what it does, but it's like the trigger initiative. Something? Yeah, trigger something.
Oh, dude.
So
what a beast.
Yeah. So
you got an extra $400?
No, dude. That's not the retail cost. That's the estimated card value. And for a while, the decks they were printing were $40, $50, and like the card value was about $90.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. It's like nearly 10 times.
Oh, so we're talking $1,000.
We're talking you pay $50, you get almost $500 worth of card value out of that.
Where's that at?
That's the estimated, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, where do I buy it?
At Bell's. You can go to Bell's, man.
I bet you they're gone, dude.
No, they're not out yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so we got to get there like ahead of time.
Yeah, these are the spoilers.
Dude, let's hit them up.
You can pre-order and you can like reserve like a copy of each because there's 4. They're coming out with 4 decks. Yeah, that's
for this deck.
I honestly don't know, but I'm saying the standard for Commander decks right now are $50. I don't know if these are going to be more,
but they're all Lord of the Rings art. Oh man!
And there's 4 decks. There's
we gotta get
the Sauron, the forces of evil, the monstrosity of the lake from before they go in the mines. Right? Every character you can think of. The Mouth of Sauron. Grima, Saruman's footman. There's all these dudes. Sorry?
What's going on?
That's... Sorry?
No, I said answer it.
Answer it.
Grima.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, the Grima worm tongue.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's Saruman, the White Hand.
You definitely have 2 fiends that would buy the other 2. We could each get one of them. That'd be awesome.
That's what we did before is we had a buddy go out and he bought a full set, and then we each chipped in and we each got to pick a deck from it. So he bought a full set with the 4 decks in it. We each picked in like the $40, $50.
We should do that.
It would be cool because they have the Saruman, they have the armies of man.
I'm gonna be so salty if I don't like my deck though.
The hobbits have their own deck.
It's good. I'm sure it's really. They're
and
all
the
good.
elves have their own deck. That's the 4 decks.
Say them again.
Saruman's man, hobbits, and elves. No dwarves. A little salty about that, but I'll live.
You take the man.
The man.
I want.
You can scroll down and see the other decks.
Oh, really?
This is just the first one, my dude. Yeah.
Where's So this is the Saruman one?
Yeah. That's the Saruman. Riders of Rohan is the
Oh, brother.
Yeah. So
man.
Faramir's in here.
They did it. They found a way to get me back in the game.
Yeah. Lord of the not only are they coming out with these decks, but also they're gonna have just Lord of the Rings boosters. Like it's its own set, man.
Hell yeah.
So you can go in there, and that's where they're hiding the One Ring, is in the boosters. The booster packs. But it's just, I mean, Gimli's in there, Theoden's in there. All of the characters, for the most part, there's going to be some that are only in the booster packs, but there's a ton of just named characters in these decks. Yeah, Theoden's in here. That's the dude.
Yeah, you linked that.
Yeah, he's freaking cool.
King of Rohan.
Yeah. Let's see, who else we got? Aragorn, King of Gondor's in there.
Brother Aragorn.
Yeah. Just a beastly human noble.
Yeah, OP.
Yep, 4/4 Vigilance Lifelink.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what OP is anymore in Magic. You know?
I've been out of it. I've only been out of it a couple months, and I'm so out of it. But, I mean, looking at all these cool cards, man. Boromir's right down there.
So, what's this?
There's the Riders of Rohan. So, it's all humans. It's based off, like, human synergy.
Alright, you're getting this deck.
Whoa. Don't you tell me what I'm playing. Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares is in there. Again, exclusive Lord of the Rings art on these ones. A bunch of really good lands.
Man, that's awesome.
They've got some filter lands in here.
I need that.
Yeah. Just super cool. And they're all either scenes or themed around Lord of the Rings. Food and Fellowship is the cheapest deck. It's under 400, but it's the Frodo and Sam partner deck. And it's white, black, and green. And it's all about food tokens. Like, you're using food tokens as a resource. Your dudes create food tokens. Like, it's got a lot of life game synergy in there, too, because you sack food for 3 life. You can sack them for 3 life. So, it's also a cool little deck. It's got Bilbo in here. It's got Gollum in here.
Goose.
Gilda Goose.
You say Gollum in here?
Yep. Go up a little bit. Up. Right there. Gollum, the Obsessed Stalker. He's a halfling horror. He's got Skulk, which means he can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent dealt combat damage this game by a creature named Gollum, Obsessed Stalker, loses life equal to the amount of life you gained this turn. So you sneak in Gollum, and then every time he does damage after that, they lose life equal to how much you gained. So a lot of life gain synergies. But it's got Pippin, it's got Merry, it's got Bilbo.
I'm sold, man, because it's Commander too. You know? It's just perfect for Commander decks.
Yeah.
I mean, could you play like 60 card Lord of the Rings? You could try, but
you could try.
I think this is the way to go.
Yeah. A bunch of just like also dudes I've never even heard of. I mean, I'm sure if I read the book or got into the Deep Lord. Yeah, like Merry and Pippin are partnered in this deck too. So you could swap them for Sam and Frodo.
Oh,
it works awesome.
Bilbo
100% works.
You little shit.
Yeah. Dude, his ability, if you go back to him. Alright, so if you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1 instead, which is pretty cool, right? And then 2 white, black, green tap. Exile Bilbo, Birthday Celebrant. Search your library for any number of creature cards. Put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only if you have 111 or more life.
Ooh.
Because in the Fellowship, they were celebrating his 111th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the flavor, my dude. The flavor's on point.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Treebeard's in here. The freaking innkeeper from Bree, Butterbur. Yeah. So many, dude. And the great thing about these decks is there's probably 6 or 7 other legendary creatures that maybe you can't use to pilot this deck because of the colors, but you can build your own deck with them. So if you want a Treebeard deck, you buy the Hobbit deck, you get Treebeard.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the other dudes too, but yeah, the King Eagle over here.
Wow. So,
and that's only the third deck, man. I mean, you got the elves after this.
do you know when it releases by chance?
I actually did not look that up, but I can real quick.
Dude, it's probably already out and gone by now.
No, it can't be.
This morning, sold out.
Been out for 3 years.
I live in the Twilight Zone.
June 23rd, 2023. So 13 days from now.
Okay.
Less than 2 weeks. So... And Toxic Deluge got a reprint, which it's a freaking like.
Can you you think you could buy the 4-pack or something?
Maybe I'd have to get a hold of my guy and see if that can happen.
My man at Bell's.
Yeah. Well,
listen, we're coming through and we're coming with cameras, buddy. Be ready.
I know a dude who knows a dude who might be able to get us that.
Dog.
Yeah, all the reprints, man.
Say no more.
Go for the Throat. Anguish Unmaking is an older card, and they reprinted it and slapped on not only new art, but also new flavor text at the bottom, which is all tied. It's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I love it. And I mean, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fanboy, so this stuff had me sold.
Not gonna lie, me too.
Yeah. Galadriel is in there. Arwen's in here. Chick Aragorn was chilling with. Legolas is in here. Agent Smith. I forget what his character was. I'll probably see it. Couple other dudes, but this is just elf synergy, but it's blue-green elf, which is still super good, super cool. Blue-green is always strong. But yeah, there's Arwen. So much cool stuff, man. You just build an Arwen deck. You can build a Legolas deck. You can build a Gimli deck. You can just do whatever you feel.
Getting this one.
Yeah, the elves? You feeling it?
Oh no, I really like the dark one too.
Dude.
That one's sick.
If I could, I'd get all 4 just for me.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They're all cool. I would love
I'd be happy with one.
I would love to have the entire fellowship. All the cards, man.
Yeah, that way we could just play test them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We could drop the table down right here, dude. And
that's what I'm saying. Slap down some cameras.
Slap up a camera.
Get back to it.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Legolas. It's your boy. Yeah. He better be good.
I think not only is Legolas in this deck, but I think there's other versions of the characters in the booster packs that are exclusives to boosters. Because I know there's another Aragorn, and I know there's another Legolas, so I think maybe not only can you get a Gimli and a Legolas from the commander decks, there's also Gimli and a Legolas in the booster packs. So you have a couple choices if you're I really love Gimli, I want a Gimli deck.
Yeah. This is pretty strong. Pretty damn strong.
2/2 reach, can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. When another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Legolas. When Legolas deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Yeah, it's pretty good.
For 3 mana. Strong little archer.
Strong
Pick
little
him
archer.
off with a path or something.
Yeah, go down one more. Radagast, the freaking like the brown wizard from Unexpected Journey.
I was gonna say the Hobbit.
Yeah.
I never really got too into it. Like,
did you watch the new movies?
Yeah, I mean, I watched a couple of them when they came out, like 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they're like new, quote.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it as much as I like love Lord of the Rings. I couldn't get into it.
I did like the original 3 better, but I do like the new 3. Yeah, Elrond, that's it. That's Agent Smith.
Oh, Elrond.
Yeah.
Of the White Council.
And you got Gandalf in the background and Legolas in there. Gandalf's in there.
I want to see this guy real quick.
Yeah. Secret Council. The White Council on his battlefield. Each player secretly votes for fellowship or aid. Then those votes are revealed. For each fellowship vote, the voter chooses a creature you control. You gain control of each creature chosen this way. And they gain... I can't even really see that far. There's a lot. It's a lot.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Let's see Gandalf now.
Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, each opponent reveals the top card of their library. If any of those cards share a card type with that spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, and each opponent draws a card. Otherwise, you draw a card.
Ooh. So you're like, you're not stealing, but you're copying cards off the top of their decks. So you play an instant, they have an instant. You get to play their instant for free. Or,
okay, Gandalf.
If not, you get to draw a card. Gandalf's pretty cool, man. He's always cool. Yeah, but there's a lot of just really good lands in there too, like 10. I think these prices are a little bit higher than the other cards.
Yeah, man, they did the lands too.
Yeah, everything, man. Everything. Because they're Lord of the Rings themed and people are hyped about that. Because I think you can get like these cards a few dollars cheaper at least.
So does that make these cards tournament legal?
So I don't know if this is a commander set, like how the D&D sets were.
Where it's just its own thing.
It's just for commander. Yeah. I don't know if that's what this is, but I would guess that probably yes.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So
I was going to say, because it's bringing back some... Looks like it's bringing some old lands back into play, but no.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just for commander, but that's fine. For me, at least, I don't mind at all.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've been playing Magic like once a month, so I would like if that.
Yeah, I would love to get back into it. I haven't had the time to sit down and actually build my decks. And like, even more, sit down and play a full game, you know?
Hell yeah.
But that's it, man. It's super cool. I'm super hyped for it. 13 days. 13 days.
Might have to get that, man.
I mean, at least one.
Yeah.
You know? As long as they're
Before
around
it
the same
sells out.
price. They're probably going to go quick. The Warhammer ones now are ridiculous. Like, if you didn't get them at release, you're paying like $100 for a deck at least.
There's some weird little video.
Ash, my dear, it's time for your grand adventure.
Made by AI and...
Mom, I'm only 10 years old. There's Team Rocket and other gangs out there. And scary Pokemon. I've heard stories. Gyarados, Pinsir, Gengar.
Oh, Ash, don't worry, you'll catch them all. Plus, Professor Oak will be one phone call away if you need anything.
Ah, yes, the world is a treacherous place, Ash, but isn't that what makes it exciting?
But what if something bad happens? What if I get hurt? I'm scared, Mom.
Oh, Ash, you're so silly.
It's really creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Ah, a bit of danger never hurt anyone. Besides, Ash, the Pokedex won't fill itself, right?
Wait, you mean I have to...
Exactly. And if you get a little scrape or two, it's all part of the adventure. Embrace the thrill, my boy.
I don't think I want to.
Oh, but you will, Ash. You'll catch 'em all, and you'll smile the whole time.
Okay. I'll catch 'em all.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy.
Oh. Oh. And I always forget that he's 10. Like my oldest son is 8. And then it's like in 2 years I just ship him off in the world. Like, bye. Like, here, have a fire lizard or a water squirting turtle and just like go survive out in the wild. Like, don't get lost in a forest and die. Because, you know, there's giant bees and a pincer, man. A pincer will cut a child in half. Let's be realistic about that. Any of these Pokemon can murder a child.
It's true.
And you're just shipping them off because
It's crazy how
they're 10.
the Pokemon don't die, but eventually the humans do. The Pokemon are going to outlive there. Bet you never thought about that one. You're going to have a hard time sleeping at night. Where are my Pokemon going to go when I die, dude?
Oh, it's my kids, man. For real. My main motivation to catch Pokemon right now is so my kids would have strong Pokemon and not die out in the wild.
Dude, I'm seeing a bunch of video clips, and I'm not going to lie. I'm actually a little excited for this game.
Is this game you were telling me about before?
Dark and Darker.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype around it, and people are... I don't know. It's become like a cult.
Yeah, I've watched one of your videos, and now my Reddit, every once in a while, it's just kind of popping up with these things.
So it's like a battle royale, medieval type of thing. There's all kinds of classes.
Yeah.
I know there's different classes, there's NPCs, and it's a battle royale, you're trying to live. Trying to be the last one standing. And killed by the NPC.
Oh no!
Orc.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
I got another one.
Those little gobbies and those orcs will come up on you.
This one was interesting.
It's got a little safe zone. A little shieldy. A little... Ooh.
Got NPCs rolling up. Takes one hit. He goes outside of the circle. Back. Stuck by the NPCs.
1 health.
He gets in.
Darker.
Darker. So I think he won.
Literally on 1 health. Wow.
Really? Yeah.
Literally had a health.
Okay, so that's how it ends. I guess you're the last one standing and you got to go through the portal.
Oh, you still have to, like, escape the dark.
That's interesting.
The dungeon, I guess.
I think, did you see the one clip I sent you? The, with the rogue, and he's pickpocketing?
Yeah.
I sent you that one a while ago. And
Yeah,
there's like, I seen some wizards casting spells and shit. I'm like, oh, dude, this looks hype.
Yeah, I mean, just picture, how popular, Chivalry was, and whatever that other one is, that I think it's more popular than Chivalry, but it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, Mordhau was a medieval one.
Yeah.
People still play that a bit, but...
imagine that, which was just like dudes in armor with weapons and archers, but then you add magic, and then you add like rogue stuff like pickpocketing or...
In the Battle Royale, like closing in on you.
Still,
and NPCs...
Mm-hmm. And NPCs, and then not only that, you have like this dark sort of aesthetic where it's almost like a horror game that you're playing with. I can imagine you going through and all of a sudden there's a minotaur in the labyrinth or something, man, or fall in the quicksand or
and these
bog.
people are making these fans wait. That's why they're like, you get totals like this, moments like these I miss. Like, people are... They know the creator by name. They're always like, oh, so-and-so like this
fucking message. That might mean that it's coming out soon.
Just grasping at everything they can get.
That might mean it's coming out tomorrow, and it doesn't come out, and they're like, you were wrong about that, buddy.
Oh.
Can you stop with your predictions?
All you scrubs still hoping for the undead paladins.
Okay, I swear I saw a screenshot of it on Steam.
Wasn't AI generated, was it?
It might have been. I don't know. I don't know. But community's fucking hyped for this, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd drop like $30 on this game.
Yeah. It looks great.
Maybe 40. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's definitely like somewhat of an indie.
Yeah. I would say I know it's still not out yet, but like the combat seems a lot like slower and chunkier than like Chivalry.
Yeah.
And even that
like you're not like a super fast human, but I like that, you know, you have to be
the timing is more important than like just spamming.
Yeah, than just running around.
Yeah, I get that feeling with I don't like watching Fortnite videos because it's so like spazzy. Like everyone's trying to do like 1,000 things at once, like building stuff and jumping and shooting and like throwing grenades, and it's like it's so hectic. It's like, dude, I can't follow any of this.
And then we got this, man. Did you see this yet?
No, what is this?
Oh my god.
Fantasy VII Rebirth. Summer Game Fest 2023.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the
I didn't even touch the one that came out for PS4. For some reason, like my subconscious just never made me want to go play it. Because, you know, I played the original a lot. But then I saw this.
Back of your head's like, oh, they're coming out with a new one. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just look
But then I saw this.
Man.
so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
Dude, this isn't even remastered. This is whatever the next step past remastered is. Like, this game is remade.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't just add extra graphics on it. Like,
It's definitely a remake.
I bought the remastered, like, for the PlayStation, where they, like, just kind of spruced it up a little bit.
For the PC?
Made it run a little bit better. That's a remastered. This is
a remake.
Dude, this is like, whatever the newest Final Fantasy is, it's those graphics, but with Cloud and Tifa and Barrett and like
Shadows of the Man.
And this is probably what the that other one looks like. You know, the first one that came out with for PS4 and PC and all that.
Yeah,
like part 1 of the game,
probably.
And this is like another part to it.
Second disc,
basically.
After 5 years.
But I'm skipping to this disc.
You're skipping to this disc? Can you do that?
Dude, I've played the beginning of Final Fantasy VII so many times.
Have you played the remastered though?
No. I also didn't hear good things about it, but
yeah, this is definitely remade. It's not even turn-based anymore.
No. 100% it's remade.
New, but she's still a turd.
But they're trying to do it like, you know, as accurate as they can.
Yeah. Same characters, same like enemies.
Same areas.
Yeah, they're just better. Oh, it looks so good.
It does look good, man.
Listen, if anybody's listening to this on the podcast, you're going to want to hop on YouTube and check out this trailer.
Keep it away from me!
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is
Man, I wonder if Eris dies in this one.
I mean, she'd have to, right? Early 2024.
On what did that say?
On 2 discs? Yeah. That's weird.
That's me.
Hey. In case you didn't know, we're putting out World of Warcraft content on YouTube. Check us out. Pop in, have a like.
So what's the game plan, man? What do you want to play? What do you want to raid with, my dude?
I haven't done that much raiding.
It's very easy.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, I think I want to push myself a little bit because I've mainly played DPS throughout like my career, quote quote career of playing World of Warcraft. I think I might want to try either tanking or healing.
Do it.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I am now. Is like I want to break out of that comfort zone and try something new, try something harder. Because in my mind, I mean, like I think that healing and I think that tanking are harder than DPS. Because I DPS'd as a rogue, and I did run dungeons, and I did do a few raids as a rogue, and it was...
Go healer.
It was pretty mild.
Go druid healer.
I'll go druid healer.
Dude, we'll get you geared. Like, you'll get, like, 3 pieces of gear your first run. Like, if you can make it for at least one of the raids. And, you don't even need to be level 60 to go in it. You can go in at, like, 58.
Yeah, and I honestly don't know what the meta is. As far as, like, oh, what's the best, like, healer, blah, 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 blah. I'm not worried about that. I just want to find a class I like to play as. And then,
druid
yeah,
is awesome, man.
Because as healer, you've got the priest, the druid, the paladin, and the shaman. Those are the only 4 that can heal. And I feel like if you're playing the shaman, I'm going to want to do a lot more than that. And I feel like the druid has some really cool forms and stuff like that. I feel like the priest is probably the best healer in the game. Like, as far as just, like, raw healing power, because it can do nothing else but heal. I mean, it can DPS, I guess, with shadow form, but it's also very one-dimensional. And I don't really want my character to be one-dimensional like how the rogue was. It's like, do you want to do this type of DPS, or this type of DPS, or this type of DPS?
Yeah.
And it's like, I was very pigeonholed. And also, I had no group buffs. That also bothered me.
Found this
a rooster.
Dude, and you'll have Mark of the Wild, which I have a Mark of the Wild rank 2 book in my bank.
What?
Waiting for...
Then we're sold.
Yeah, we're doing it.
That's what's happening.
I can power level you.
Alright.
So you just gotta let me know when you're like hopping on and...
Yeah. Yeah, I'll roll up a dude.
That'd be sweet. Alright, cool. A little chicken mount.
A little chicken
cosmetic.
It's super cool. Heck yeah. I haven't looked through the store. I did see a lot of people rocking that like cloud. There's like a happy cloud and there's also like a sad cloud one.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of people doing that. Oh, and the stag. Stag mount. I think
these guys are making bank, man.
Dude, they're following that same sort of like model. You know, it's money goes towards cosmetics.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
that's how it should be.
One little power up you can kind of buy.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a power up, but you can get like a little engineer guy, so he'll repair armor, which is awesome. So like right in the raid, like, you know, if someone keeps dying, if the rogue keeps dying or something, and he's like, man, my armor's broke, you could just be like, boom, drop down the little engineer at any time. So you can you might be able to get that with gold, but you could definitely get it with you have to buy it. So.
Okay. So, side note, because you said it and it reminded me, if I could add one class to World of Warcraft, it would be engineer. And I know there's a profession, and I don't know what you'd call it, like a like an inventor or an artificer or whatever you would call it. But a little dude that sort of the same way could drop totems, but they're like turrets.
Yeah.
That would be
Heimerdinger.
Yeah, it would 100% fit for the goblins. It would 100% fit for the gnomes. Because it's not like we're rolling in a perfectly magic-powered stuff. Like, there's the tram between Stormwind to Ironforge. We've got zeppelins. We've got, like... There's all kinds of, like, big artillery, like, tank-like vehicles scattered throughout battlefields. We've got elevators. There's all this stuff.
We need little turrets.
We've got guns. Just make them like a cool little, like, gun sort of focused range, because what?
Well, first, that's a very good idea. Go on.
Because the hunter is the only physically ranged character. Every other ranged character uses magic. The hunter is the only one that, like, it focuses on range damage. Adding another class that does that would be like a cool little boost.
So he'd be like melee and turrets.
A little bit of melee, but mainly ranged, crossbows and guns. Don't give them bows. Bows should be a hunter thing, right? And why would the engineer have a bow when there's a crossbow and a gun already in the game? Give him like one-handed maces, blah 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 blah. Give him cool stuff like he.
You might have to write this down and send it to the turtle team.
Yeah, like give him utility stuff like he can repair stuff, like within reason. However you can balance. I have no idea. But he can repair gear, say, on the fly in a dungeon. Maybe it costs money, maybe it costs materials, something like that. Like, he has to carry around copper and linen and other sorts of stuff to, like, be able to fix an item.
Well, that'd be sweet.
You've got plate armor, he needs metal to repair.
Tell him, dude.
Cloth armor.
Tell him how you feel.
You got silk bolts, to fix their stuff on the fly.
Tell him the Troll Bar Tavern has a message for him.
Yeah.
It's funny because that guy who does the news, actually, let's bring up one of his videos.
Yeah. Let's give that dude a shout out.
We'll skim through it.
Yeah, give him a proper shout out, because you said he's in the guild you're in, right?
I'm in his guild.
Yeah, well, you're in his guild.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's a leader or anything, but he's definitely well known in the guild. Yeah, this dude makes news updates for Turtle WoW and does it like a little news channel. It's really cool.
Yeah,
and I saw his name in the guild chat, and I'm like, "Yo, are you the Vrograg?" He's like, "Yep, that's my YouTube channel." Ooh. And that's when I hit him with the, "Yo, if you ever need like a weatherman segment, let me know."
100% I'm your guy.
But he goes over the latest updates. He goes over the prices of things in the auction house for common materials like Black Lotus and let's see what else. He's got like an auction house checker, cured rugged hide. Let's see the Lotus, arcane crystal,
15.82 gold,
and he just uploaded an interview with Turtle WoW developers.
That's awesome.
And then last night he was talking to them. He was like, "I just got a really good message from them." Again, he's like, "I don't know what I can say." I was like, "It's going down, man. It's going down." Like, apart from them coming out with their own raid, like,
yeah,
what else is going down,
dude? I mean, that's the great part about this being such a smaller game, is that you don't have to go through a secretary and then through like all these level of management. It's like you contact the guys and they contact you back.
Yeah.
And
they're happy to talk about it.
Yeah, and the people that are playing this game and spending money on this game are fans, are so passionate about it. They're not just in the game because they've been playing it since, like, 2013 or some crap.
What, older classic?
Yeah.
It's like 2004.
2004.
2005. 2004.
It's forever ago.
Yeah, he does a
do's and don't of RP.
This is him getting a little interview in with one of the developers. They're literally just chilling and doing RP.
So
and talking on Discord.
Speaking of RP, I was on one of my alts in Loch Madon in the inn there, and there was a clan meeting, like a guild meeting.
Yeah.
And they were all dwarves. They all had like actual like dwarf names. They didn't have like, you know, like Bobby Jim or like the Big Cheese or something. Or like,
whoa.
Well, you weren't.
Papa Cheese.
Papa Cheese isn't an RP name. It's a funny name. It's not an RP name. But they were literally talking to each other, discussing what they should do next in their guild, and also like using emotes. And, like, dudes were going down to the bartender and buying drinks and then, like, giving them to everybody. Like, they had a whole, like, RP session.
Yeah, thrown down.
By themselves. Just, like, 8 dwarves just chilling at a table, drinking and yelling and, like, having a good time dancing.
That's awesome. I love when you see that kind of stuff in-game.
I was like, man, it's
alive.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've played on an RP server that I forgot how funny and, like, silly and fun it can be. Because, like, dude, they're not accomplishing anything. I mean, they're, like, making plans, but they're losing money buying beer. You don't need beer in this game. Beer does nothing for you.
It's important to play the game.
Yeah, they're having a ball. They're having fun. Just dancing.
I don't do that enough. Yeah. Like, today I actually just went out and started grinding for fun. Yeah. Which is, like, I've been, like, doing dungeon after dungeon trying to get all the gear I want. And, I was like, man, I need to actually play the game. Like, just chill out. Yeah,
they were trying to get, like, night elf girls to, like, come sit at their table. They're like, hey, we'll buy you a drink.
Sup, ladies?
And they were, like, even talking with, like, because you know how the dwarves typically have, like, the Scottish accent?
Yeah.
They were talking that way. Like, typing out.
Oh, jeez.
Like, what are we going to do today? Like, all this stuff and, like, going at my Scottish accent is terrible. But they were...
What's on your mind?
Yeah. They, wash your back. Like, they were just having a grand old time. I sat in another part of the bar because I wasn't going to, like, try to disturb them. But I just sat for probably, like, a good 10 minutes and just watched them RP. And I was like, man, this is awesome. Like, it was just super cool. But props to those dudes. I think maybe their guild was called Iron Will. I'm not sure, but it was just a bunch of dwarves. I think they had like a dwarf-only guild. And they were just hanging out, getting drunk at a pub, man. On a video game. It was awesome. I was so hyped.
What's this? Random pictures.
Who's that dead guy in the back?
Oh, that's me just laying down, I think.
Taking a little nappy poo.
On the boat.
Oh, that paladin looks sweet, though.
Yeah. I think that's tier 1. No, it might be something else. Oh, man. I didn't even get into it yet.
You didn't get into it.
The reason why I'm grinding extra hard to get, like, a good amount of epics, like, I want to replace my weapons and everything, get some set bonuses, which I already have for the one. I want to be able to, like, withstand in PvP, like, a decent amount. Yeah. You know, showing up late. And if you're playing Druid, there's all those battlegrounds we could be playing. Like, they made their own, too. They did, like, some type of arenas now, which is fucking awesome. But, like, we can play that giant-ass one. What is it called? Not Arathi Basin. I think it's Altric Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just a giant map, and you start on one side, the other starts on the other side, and you have to capture it and, you know, get in, like, defeat the certain NPCs, get to the end, and you get, like, nice bonuses. You can get some good gear from that. Yeah. But as a rogue, I would basically I would help at the start, and then I would bypass to... I had, like, a job to do. I forget what exactly I was doing, trying to take out an NPC at the end. But if I had you as a healer, a fast one...
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because you can always shift.
I could shift. I could keep up with you. I could prowl. So I could also stealth behind you.
That'd be cool.
Yeah? Dude, I'm down. I'll make a... Because that was one of the things I was tossing up. I wasn't sure how to spec the druid, because I I kind of like all three, but I think like becoming a tree, like just being like a little tree folk Trent dude, just walking around and being like, burp,
burn up heels.
Burp. No, I'm down.
Druids are tight.
Yeah, if more than just Night Elf on the Alliance could be Druid, I might have picked something else. But you want to play a Druid on Alliance, you got to be a Night Elf. Same thing for Horde and the Tauren.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can go Tauren because we can be in the same guild.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we can just. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be power leveling you anyway.
Yeah. I figured I'd stay on Alliance for now. I think I like.
It just matters what home city you want to sit in. Like that's the only difference.
Yeah, I do want to play on the Horde because I really do like the Tauren. I like the aesthetic of what they're putting on, but I think overall, like the Tauren's like the only dude I like on the Horde. Everyone else, it's like but I kind of like every class on Alliance, so I tend to favor them. But I've got my little Tauren. He's just chilling, man. It's just vibing, just being a little herbalist shaman, just hanging out in Mulgore. Ain't doing nothing. I haven't played on him in a while, but just wanted to. It's like a chill character, just vibe with. Not doing much, but yeah, absolutely. I'll roll up a druid real quick.
Let's go.
And then we'll just power level. I'll get him to Stormwind, and we'll do that.
Yeah, because when I saw like 3 pieces of tier 1 gear just go nowhere last night, I was like, man, this is like the perfect spot for a new level 60.
Sure.
So easy to get your gear.
Yeah.
And they got the reserves. Actually, let me bring it up. I forgot to even... This is something I wanted to go over, but...
Yeah, if I'm going to power level anything, I think a healer would be best because they're very hard to level solo.
This is how you sign up for the raids. You join their Discord.
Mm-hmm.
They have the events. Looks like there's 7 this week.
Okay.
And so when is this? This is in 3 days at 9 p.m. And then I just click that. So as long as you're one of the first of 40 to do that, you're going to have that spot. You log in at 8:30 to be a little early.
Man.
You can get that spot.
Dude, Discord is so expansive.
Yeah.
I haven't been using it for anything other than like calling people.
Dude.
And you can do all this with it. This is wild. Look how now
0 druids.
0 druids.
But let's see. Okay, so only 35 people signed up, so everyone is guaranteed that spot.
Okay.
I signed up. This is a 20-man raid. So there's 20-man raids and there's 40-man.
Fuck it. Let's roll druid, man.
Yeah.
We'll get that druid boy all the way up. I'll get those heal over times. Man, I'll be the tree. I'll just vibe. Maybe I'll go herbalism with them too. I've been thinking of what character, because I'm trying to get a character with each like professions down. So just to kind of,
dude, one of the most important things in Classic that makes it very cool and unique are the attunements you have to get. And what I mean by that, because I don't know the actual definition of attunement.
Sure.
I only know how to use it in this video game. But just like a certain requirement you have to do to access something.
Okay.
So there's, for example, for Onyxia, you have to do a pretty long quest chain. And you eventually, in this quest chain, it's very funny because he kind of just leaves you off in the dusk. And you're like, yo, what happens? Is that the end of the quest?
Yeah.
No, it ain't. You got to go into Blackrock Depths and off the trash. Off the trash, you'll find a crumbled note, and the quest continues there.
Oh,
and they never told anyone back in the day, so people were probably like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah, this quest sucks.
But once you finish that, you escort Marshall out of BRD, do all that nonsense. Got to go to Winter Spring, do one more thing there, and then you get that attunement. You get the amulet that allows you into Anixia's lair.
Okay.
So there's like attunements for every dungeon, basically. Not everyone, but for most of them. And when you think about it, there's attunements everywhere. Like you have to do certain missions to get the key to even enter certain dungeons.
Yeah.
So just like all these attunements and different extra little things you have to go through to even attempt to go take on those bosses. Very cool.
I love that kind of stuff. I love when it's not... a lot of these newer games can feel really hand-holdy at times, where it's like you go to A to B to B, like to C to D, and we're going to tell you exactly where to go and how to get that. And I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like it's more rewarding whenever you figure it out yourself. It takes a lot longer. It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Just like someone said the other day, they were like, dude, I just found a chest and I got so excited.
yeah.
He was like, I've been playing retail, opening chests left and right, but like this just felt different. I'm like, I feel you, man.
Yeah. It's so much more rewarding when it's like, go east of this place and you'll find a cave. Go kill the dude inside, and your map isn't unlocked. There's no like, oh, you're 300 like feet away from the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like in
Follow this line.
exactly.
Questy.
It feels so much more rewarding where you actually have to like, you get in the mind of the character and you're like running through this forest like, where is this cave, and you finally find it and you're like, yes, and now I've got to bust in this cave and kill like the head troll or whatever, or orc.
I know, but it's just like little things like that in this game make it what it is.
I love
so nice.
those little rewards you get, like little tiny things.
The Molten Core attunement you got to get through Blackrock Depths, and then at the very end is the entrance to Molten Core. But if you like, you got to like scrape off the rock or get some type of material, you turn that in, and then the guy outside of Blackrock Depths will just teleport you to Molten Core.
Okay.
So that's an attunement that you can bypass. You know, you got to make your way through that dungeon to get there.
Sure.
But the attunement, very cool.
Mm.
And I can't wait to do this Friday. And you can like soft reserve an item. So you can check to see what the bosses drop, all the bosses, and be like, dang, I really need that bow. Like, I'm going to reserve that. So if it drops, you get it.
Okay.
Now, if another guy needs that and he reserves it, you're going to roll against him.
Got you.
So you can kind of pick and choose around other people too.
Yeah.
Or do what I do and pick what you want right away. And say screw everybody.
Yeah. Oh, you got a few druids in this one. You got 3 druid tanks and 2 druid healers.
Yeah, our leader, his name is actually Drew Barrymore. He's a druid. But these guys, they all have multiple characters.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't even know like their other characters yet. It's hard to keep up. But
1 mage.
Really?
Yeah.
1 warlock. Yeah, as you can see, this game is very heavy on... Oh, wait, no, here we go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Here's druids.
Yeah, there were 3 druid tanks and then 2 druid healers.
Okay, yeah. Lots of warriors, lots of hunters, lots of paladins.
Yeah, I feel like those are probably the 3 most popular, and then mage probably isn't that far behind.
Yeah.
But I think...
and one other rogue.
I think back in the day, it was hunter, warrior, and mage were like the most popular. And then paladin eventually started getting up there. But now, at least in this server, what I've noticed is it's flooded with paladins. Human paladins, even more so. But just a ton of paladins. Because they're good.
Everywhere you look, you're going to see a high elf paladin. Every alley you turn down.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Every time I hop on Fiddlewiz, there's always a high elf paladin just hanging out.
Give a quick shout out to Jaded.
What's Jaded up to?
He posted a video of Asmongold, how I cook my $2 pizza. And he's telling me today, I stopped at his house. He's like, dude, Asmongold is always min-maxing. Like, everything. $2 pizza.
He's min-maxing his food. Waylon is fine.
He told me I could throw this up, so this is him at work, actually. This is what he does for a living.
Yeah, he looks happy.
Different gardening.
Oh yeah.
Not sure what that is.
Could be anything.
And then we have Snake Man.
Snake Man.
Who is feeding on Diablo, bro.
Oh.
D4 is out and he's at it. Hit level 70, max ancestral gear across the board. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know, but I'm sure he's killing it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Gonzo?
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw the little picture.
And then I guess I saw a video today. Jake showed me Shroud dying. He had like a level 100 hardcore character on Diablo 4 and died to lag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like running around the instance and there's no monsters and he's like, guys, I think I'm lagging. And then he yeah. Yep. He logs in and he's dead or whatever.
Such a bummer.
Yeah.
That's why even if I wanted to, which I don't really want to, competitive is going to be rough with my internet because if the weather is even like thinking about being crappy, like it starts to tank. I have cheap internet. It's okay. It's not bad internet.
Shout out to this dude.
It is cheaper. Hey, catching a little fishy? Getting his fishing skill up?
I guess. Dude, I said that's the bait.
He caught the bait.
He's been going real hard in the ranked Warzone because they have ranked now. They have like the different. He's talking about he needs to get the Crimson.
Is he still streaming it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any new videos on his YouTube lately.
Yeah, he's
so
got a.
He must just be focusing on Twitch streaming then.
Yeah, I guess he has a bunch of footage right now. He's like, I don't know what to do with all of it. I was like, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. I'll have to. I need to get on Twitch. I have an account. I just don't use it. Just to watch people.
And then you can join the official Turtle Wow Discord.
Ooh, I should do that too. Get some cutting edge news.
I forget how many people are in this, but it's like an absolutely ridiculous number. I want to say it was like 60,000 people in this Discord.
I was about to say, there's like multiple tens of thousands of people playing World of Warcraft. Like Turtle Wow right now. Like
thousands.
Yeah.
Like yesterday it was pretty high. It was at like 4,500. Like,
really?
Well, for all that to be on one server is pretty good.
Yeah.
One realm, you know.
It always seems busier than that to me. I don't know.
4,500 people.
That's a lot of people.
For one, yeah, you got to think of it on one realm. And I think they said their peak was 9,000.
Yeah, I've been getting some latency spikes lately. Some of that high ping.
It's like...
And I know it's not on my end.
It's a universal lag spike, don't worry, because in the raid last night, everyone's like, yo, did you get lag right there? I thought it was just me. And everyone's like, yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured, because like everything else in the house was fine. My computer's fine, my phone's fine. Kids downstairs are watching stuff, but... Yeah. Once my little latency bar turns red, I'm like, maybe I'll hop on Pokemon for a while and grind some of that out. Let this cool down, get back to green. Because I don't know where the servers are at, but like the timing's weird. Where if I get on, it'll be like just flooded. And then other times I get on, I might see like 3 other dudes just running around. Aw. It's gonna be me, big old tree boy.
This is the role-playing section. I wasn't sure what I was gonna run into.
Oh, so I also had another thought which was that they should add another heavy armored class.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the warrior, which is just the pure warrior. We got the paladin, which is like a mix of the warrior and the priest. What I was thinking would be cool would be like an arcane knight, a mix of the mage and the warrior.
Yeah.
Because they already had the death knight, which was kind of a mix of a warrior and a warlock. But I mean, they could add the death knight, I guess.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
If they could do it without ruining the game, I say go for it.
That's what I'm saying. It a lot of things would be cool, and I can understand not like giving the humans every single class because it's like a balancing issue. It's like, why would everybody
Dude,
not
that would
play
bring
human?
so many more people on if they were like, oh
New
yeah,
class?
Death Knights and a new raid.
Yeah.
Because like what my guild's doing now is they literally have to form 2 parties, and we're running like 2 of each raid because we have so many people. And they were like, everyone, just so you know, we have a lot of traffic coming in. These past couple months is like the biggest influx of players we've ever seen. So we have to run 2 dungeons for each thing, 2 separate groups. Mm-hmm. And like these leaders are handling it like it's nothing.
It's probably some vets from...
Oh yeah, you can tell. Like these guys are... This is like a second job.
Yeah.
Like running these big ass guilds is like a second job.
Power to them, man.
Yeah, I do whatever they say. I'm quiet.
Yeah.
I try not to troll.
I mean, sometimes, man, when they're talking, it's just like, man, come on, let's just play this game. But everything they're saying, I'm just like, dude, I don't know it.
Dude,
So,
I
like,
daze off all the time. Like a couple words in, if I'm not like hearing damage or like DPS,
you start sipping on some thistle tea, waiting for them to finish.
Zoning out, and then. Yeah, but hell yeah, man, we gotta get you to 60.
Give me to 60. I mean,
I'm like, dude, we gotta get this dude to 60.
Yeah, I've been thinking about, again, like I said, either a tank or a healer. But
wanna roll paladin? No.
I've tried paladin. I'm not a big fan. They're good. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I don't like them.
Well, you got to think of it this way too. If you're trying to hop into a raid and tank, that's probably not going to happen.
No,
because there's already like dedicated good tanks.
Yeah, I was thinking more for like dungeon stuff, and then maybe eventually working towards raids. But just for dungeons.
Hell yeah! Oh, dude, like all the dungeons you do in your late 50s, you'd still do those for a while into 60, and they're so much fun. You could tank all those.
No, I was a toss up, but I think healer would be good. I'd rather have a level 60, like power level a healer, and then struggle trying to level up a tank. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could only power level one thing, it would be a healer.
Let's do it.
Because I tried soloing with a priest forever ago, and it was rough. It was hard.
Yeah, if you don't go like straight,
you have to go
the T like damage. You're gonna have a hard time.
You basically had to build like a DPS,
the one
like
build.
a mage, and then once you're like high enough level, then you can switch to healer, like respec.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that because it's like, what's the point of me? I might as well just. Why? What's the point?
Hell yeah!
So I'll make a little dude. We'll power level him. I'll get him over to Stormwind for you. Just like see if I can grab a tent, chill there for a bit.
Yeah, just we're gonna stay stocked on the double XP and probably just. I mean, there's really no point in questing once you start to level up. Like we can just bang out levels, and then if there are quests that you need to do, which is another thing that I can't wait to go back to do, is all these level 60 quests.
Okay.
It's another reason why I need you at 60, because like a lot of fun quests that give you a lot of gold and just random stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to do.
Plus, like I'm excited to get all like the reputation and everything like that. Get some cool mounts,
dude. Yeah, just got revered with Argent Dawn.
Nice.
Because if you run the one dungeon, you get what you need to up your rep.
Mm-hmm.
So we can run that like shit 10 times. Get all that gear, get that rep.
But I mean, like, if you wanted your dude to ride on the freaking the cat mount for the night elf versus like a horse, you know, just going through grinding all that rep, like getting your dude to get him on the mount that you want, looking the way you want. Transmog this, transmog that.
Yeah, dude, transmogs make the game so much better too.
Yeah. Dude, so I got John playing.
Oh, is that what that picture is?
Yes.
Can I bring it up or should I leave it?
Bring it up. He I let him play on my account for a while. I did post some more stuff. But
oh shit.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We get through it or not, it doesn't matter. But this little man
John playing Turtle.
Well, this right now he's not playing Turtle. He's been playing Turtle Well all day. He's got a little dwarf warrior on my account that he was just running around killing the wolves and stuff in the beginning area. And then I reinstalled Turtle Well on his laptop and got it working. Got him all set up on that. He made another dwarf warrior because he was like, yeah, I like that.
Did you make his own account?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I linked it to my email, but it's his account.
That's what I got to do with Ava because she's got like 3 characters on mine. I'm like,
yeah, I didn't.
And it's
want
mostly as like an aesthetic thing. Like I want to see my badass characters and not all these little noobs. So
absolutely, that was my thing. It's like, why am I trying to share 8 slots between 2 people, possibly 3 if Joe ever wants to play? Yep. It's like, let me just make you your own account. You get 8, I get 8. We're good. And this is a picture. And a shout out to one of my bards this week is Shane.
Yeah.
Shane, he's living over in another state. He's got like 2 newborn twins, you know. He has very little time to himself. And he's been playing pro, you know, leveling up and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when John found out, he's like, I want to play with Uncle Shane. And I've been in Johto, you're in Johto. They're both still in Kanto. He wanted to play with me, and I was like, buddy, I'm not in the same area. Like, I'm sorry.
Go back.
Yeah, not to like get all the 8 badges and all that crap. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, let me get a hold of Uncle Shane. And we've been trying to make this work for a month. And he finally got time. And John's staying up extra late, way past his bedtime. School's over, so we're like, we'll let it slide this time. And Shane's given up his time to play with my kid, you know, on Pokemon Revolution. And
for that, sir, you are a bard.
You are my bard this week for
shout out to Shane.
Giving up your personal time for my kid. He was absolutely ecstatic whenever I told him that Uncle Shane's going to play Pokemon with him tonight. He's like, yeah. He stopped playing World of Warcraft and plugged in his computer. That way he would have enough battery life to play with Uncle Shane.
Damn.
And he called him on his tablet, because that's how he's talking to him right now.
Oh, I see.
Because he doesn't have a headset or anything like that right now. I got to get him a little cheapo mouse now that he's playing WoW. Because he's using the touchpad to try to move around, and it's not good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I need to, like, put together 2 PCs. One for Eddie, one for Ava.
Mm-hmm. Get these fiends started now, man.
Get John and Ava teamed up. They could just go explore. Like, listen, because this is what I've been doing. She's, like, bringing me her Tamagotchi she just got. And she's like, how do I do this? I'm like, listen, when I was your age, I had to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You got to figure it out, because I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with John, is I've been letting him play by himself. And when he comes and asks me a question, I was like, all right, do you remember how to talk to people? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right. There's a dude in there that if you talk to him, he'll buy all your stuff, or he'll sell you weapons. You need to find that guy. And I don't like show him where the dude is, be like, this dude, click on him, and like do it all for him. It's like, there's a guy in that building that'll sell weapons. Go find him. And he'll go person to person, dwarf to dwarf, and he'll just keep talking until he finds the dude. But he went in there, and I think I found one of the coolest weapon skins. Dwarf starting area. I don't know if it's all the starting areas, but there's a simple club for like 50 copper, something like that. It's literally a 2x4 with a nail sticking out of it.
Nice.
And I'm like, I would absolutely love just like whatever the best level 60 one-handed mace is. And it's just like, just a board with a nail and you're just bonking dudes in PvP. Just with like the biggest piece of crap. Just whapping them with a 2x4.
I found like these gigantic red hammers, like red and black, and they look sick on the rogue. And I had a robe.
Yeah?
So like I look like a mage, and because I have the rogue hood.
Yeah.
I look like a Sith. Yeah. And my
You had those
swords were
glowing
glowing.
swords, yeah.
I had the purple glowing swords. I look like a Sith, dude. I look sick, but I ended up switching it around and taking it off, and then I didn't have enough tokens or the little things you earn.
Yeah.
But like if you run a dungeon, you can win like 3 at one time.
Okay.
Like the last boss usually drops a stack at 3.
Yeah.
If you win that, then that's...
Yeah, you only need like maybe 20 at most for like all your different individual pieces of gear. If you were going to transmog everything.
I think it depends on the level and the rarity of what you're trying to take. Like, because the one time I was trying to change my chest, it was 1 and 2 points. The other time the other time I tried to change my chest, it was only 1.
Okay, so they can take different amounts to transmog something into something else.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but...
Okay. I thought it was just like 1 for 1 change.
I thought it was too, and then I ended up wasting all my points, and I was like, oh man, now I gotta go grind some more.
Yeah. Do you know if you can change like plate armor to look like cloth armor?
Yeah. If you can wear it.
If you can wear it.
Yeah. So like I have access to all the cloth armor. That's what I've been transmogging.
Yeah.
Like
that's
a bunch
awesome.
Of cool, like shoulders, cloth shoulders.
So you could literally make yourself look like a mage.
Except one thing, since I had 2 swords, I tried to make my offhand sword look like an offhand weapon.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, make it look like the lantern or something.
Yeah, I tried to make it like
flowers.
this. It was like this black glowing orb, and then I would have a sword in the other hand. Like,
I mean, maybe you could make it look like because there's some weird looking daggers too. Maybe you could find a dagger that looks a little weird, you know?
Well, I think it's like...
Can you turn like swords into daggers?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think only swords.
Swords into swords. Well,
Yeah.
maybe there's like a toy sword, like a wooden sword that kind of looks like a wand. You could like turn them into.
Yeah. That's like just like another layer to this game that like we always needed and never knew it.
Hey, cosmetics, know? Yeah. Like Warframe, dude. I keep saying the end game of Warframe is fashion frame. It's making your dudes look as cool as possible.
That's awesome.
Getting the coolest cosmetics, the coolest color palettes, and just matching. Getting your ship looking right, getting, all that stuff. So this is probably my favorite Prince of Persia game, which is the Two Thrones. And it's been unplayable for the longest time until
20 years.
Yeah. This dude,
a modder,
finally went through and fixed everything that was wrong with the game when they ported it to PC, I think. Just full of glitches, like just did not translate well.
And leave it up to a modder who's like, man, I love this game.
Yeah. Just out of love for it by himself. It's just
I love this game. I need to fix it.
Unofficial patch, man. It's just a mod you can download, and it fixes everything that was wrong. Because Ubisoft just dropped it. For the longest time, Fallout 3 was unplayable on Steam. It wouldn't work until someone finally went through and fixed that. You could buy the game, you could pay full price for a game that was literally unplayable on Steam.
The game suffered from a mouse dead zone issue. That's not good.
Yeah, it couldn't do diagonal movements. The camera could only move X and Y.
Man, I saw someone on WoW say that
the new Arma completely failed. Like, it's already dead. The
Really?
online scene. Yeah, because similar to this, just ton of bugs. Too buggy. And I was like, no, I don't want to hear that. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, it was so buggy and they couldn't fix it. And then, like, now it's dead. Servers are dead. No one's playing it. And it's like, yo, you guys better fix that shit.
Yeah, I want to scroll down and find the dude's name because I don't remember it, and I want to give him a shout out for actually like doing all the work. Oh, there we go, David Freeman. I don't know if that's just his screen name or his real name, but yeah, props to this dude for
DG Voodoo Wrapper to convert the game to DirectX 11 and implement an FPS lock to prevent any further physics and graphic issues. Like, they couldn't... What were they doing?
They probably could have. They just didn't want to, man.
They probably just, like, printed it, like, and were like, hey, if whatever happens...
Yeah. It was a dead game to them. They're like, oh, if we can make an extra, like, couple grand off of it, cool.
My 4-year-old nephew play tested it. He loved it.
Yeah.
Sell it.
I'm sure it was, like, playable, but it was just awful to play. But this dude didn't have the original files or anything like that. He had to go through and fix it, like, himself. Write all the code and, like, do all this stuff. And it's just shout out to that dude for doing something that maybe didn't need done, but still should have been done. But I love the Prince of Persia games.
Would you play it on?
Xbox 360, and I think Eddie has my other one. My other Prince of Persia. Not the Two Thrones, but they were all good. It's just parkour hack and slash, man.
I've never played.
Oh, they're awesome. You're like an exiled prince who just, like...
These were definitely on PS2, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think they were an exclusive, but I played them on Xbox.
Looks smooth now that he fixed it.
Yeah. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, you're
that's
like
sad.
fighting demons and assassins and all kinds of stuff, and you're trying to like rescue like the whole Middle Eastern theme to it.
Yeah. Good job.
Assassinating like zombies and stuff.
Man, I've been fiending for, even though we've been playing PS2, like I've been fiending to hook it back up and play something, but I can't find my memory card. I gotta find a memory card.
Yeah?
That's how I do the old fashioned. I just leave it on.
Dude, I had to do that with Kingdom Hearts for the longest time. I never had a memory card. I played through the beginning of Kingdom Hearts like
Maybe that's what I should play.
countless times. Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to do a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. I would love
I just
that.
want to like fiend
Yeah.
on it. Like I could play on the PS2 and we could do a playthrough.
Well, if you just want to fiend, we've got plenty of other games we can do playthroughs of.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be... The playthroughs are going to be once every other week. And if you're looking to fiend, that's not going to hit you, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I need to hook that boy up.
Yeah. Nah, maybe we can just, like, record the big boss fights or whatever.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that with some WoW content. Just cut down to the explanations and the boss battles.
Mhm.
And,
Do, like, a voiceover?
well, thank God for Drew Barrymore, one of the leaders, because he does all the explaining. For me.
Yeah.
But
I noticed on those raids, like, you don't talk at all. Like, that dude
don't.
is just giving a breakdown of everything that's happening, and you're
it's
just
too
hanging
soon,
out.
dude. I'm just dipping my feet in with this guild, so
No rush.
I'm
no
not
rush.
talking really to anybody.
No. Just like learn and absorb, man, and then eventually you'll be able to like step
Yeah.
in.
Eventually, they learn to like you.
Yeah.
Once you do finally talk, you know.
Yeah. Once you like prove that you're actually like competent enough to do raids.
Yeah, like he assigned, like they assign me any rogue things. Like the one boss fight, you have to put a rogue on each of the guys. There's like 6 guys or 5 guys, and they have to get kicked. They have to be interrupted. So like no problem. Like right when he asked me if I could do that, he was like, "Put a +1 in chat if you could do that." I'm like, "Got you, dude."
Yeah, I can kick a dude. I'll kick him right in his nuts.
And then Blackwing Lair, which is coming. That's where all the tier 2 is.
Ooh. That's the Leroy Jenkins dungeon, yeah?
No, that's Blackrock Spire.
Oh, okay.
Upper Blackrock Spire is where all the eggs are. The dragon eggs.
Yeah. Okay.
But same mountain. They're all in the same mountain.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but Blackwing Lair Rogue has to disable traps. There's like a ton of traps, and it's fun to do. I'm always on it.
Yeah.
So
that is a cool little thing because like rogues are so like not like a team player kind of class,
but they are needed for like unlocking doors and like
picking locks and stuff like that.
This guy was explaining it last night. He's like, and it wasn't that great of an explanation. He's like, stop trying to do damage. He's like, it is not your job. He wasn't talking to me. I think he was talking to I forget who it was, but he's like, you are not to deal damage. You are not playing to deal damage. You are playing to play your class. He's like, every class
has a job,
is needed for their own reasons, and dude was going at it.
Yeah. No, that 100%. At that level, the healer shouldn't be trying to grab any more aggro than what's needed, right?
Yeah,
like you shouldn't be trying to add DPS like hard. Like,
what do you mean, like the healer?
Yeah. I mean, like, you could still, like, DPS.
Healers usually don't do any.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You shouldn't be trying to, like, actually try to DPS. Like, all of your mana should be reserved for healing. That's your job.
I don't even know who he was talking to. It was, like, it might have been a caster that needed to dispel. Or I think it was, like, decurses or something.
Okay.
Like, we needed decurses out, like, more than we need damage. You know, we can't win the fight until...
Yeah, if everyone dies.
Right, so that's kind of what he was going at. He's like, you're not here to deal damage right now.
Yeah. We hired you for a very specific job.
Yeah.
Do that one job.
We need you to do your job.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is. As soon as you break into that kind of, like, team element, you start dividing up all these duties. And it's like, if you're not doing your duty, you are off the team.
Now, here's a question, Fiddle.
What up?
You know how you mark the mobs?
Yeah, with like the moon and the skull and stuff.
Which symbol is sheep?
Is it the moon?
Yep.
Yeah. Sleepy sheepy.
Yeah. Sheep the moon.
Sheep the moon.
Yeah.
And I know the skull is always like kill.
Yeah, it's like first priority and then X. And then they'll go farther. It doesn't really... There's no specifics after that.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
Yeah, man.
So, if anybody likes the Euro Truck Simulator, they're making a new one, but it's in space. And what they said is like, there's no combat, there's no like, blah blah blah, like it's called Star Trucker.
It's just like a big is it an open world?
It's an open world, and you get jobs, like cargo jobs and hauling jobs.
Oh, man.
If you like the train simulator, the farming simulator, the truck driving simulator, it's in that same vein, but it's sci-fi. And they're talking about, like, there are some danger spots, like you might have to get out of your truck to, like, repair stuff or, like, gather resources and things like that. But it's not a combat-based game. It's a truck driving / like resource management game.
It's like it's real life, but it's
yeah. Like you're not.
You have a job.
You're not Han Solo. You're just a dude like carrying.
You're just another dude.
You're a delivery man. Yeah, you're just a dude in space.
You're basically like an Amazon space driver.
Yeah, for real. That's what it is. But it's all outer space themed, so they can get weird with it. You know, you don't have to have like all this a completely accurate, like, oh, this is the Mack Truck 250, like, 2022 model, blah, 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 blah. They're like, nah, this truck's got rockets. Like, let's get in there.
It's kind of like Eve in a way. It's got some Eve vibes.
Yeah, they're talking 2024 is when it's going to come out. So it's pretty far away. But, dude, if I was going to get into one of those, like, truck driving simulators, this would be the one I would be looking at.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because I don't want to... It's cool to drive around and, like, oh, use your turn signals, you know, like, change lanes, get on the thing, but, like, dodge the asteroids, like, you know, deliver the freaking crystals before they erode into whatever. Like, you've got a timer on your missions. Like, it sounds way cooler. Star Trucker. Heck yeah. I don't know if that's the one we just watched or not.
Yeah, they're all a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's brand new. I think there's
a real life one.
Star Truckers.
Oh, shit.
What is that? It's a man in a dwarf mask.
Jesus.
Heck yeah.
I subscribe to this one guy who's a truck driver, and he live streams, and you just see, like, all the nonsense that these truck drivers have to go through. Yeah. And he's just like, you just hear him cussing.
Josh, who lent us the mics, he used to do that. He used to be a CDL driver, and he used to record himself for, like, a podcast.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, while he was driving. He didn't stream, but, like, he would record himself just talking. I mean, he's out on the road trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
Just record hour-long podcasts. Well,
you should do it again.
Multiple hour-long podcasts. Well, he doesn't drive anymore.
Oh, right.
But my guy, we have a list of people that want to come on.
Who's coming next? Let's get someone next week.
Well, honestly, I haven't talked to him.
Next episode.
But I would love to get Isaiah on here.
We got a list of people. They're all going to the back of the line, though.
I mean, he was kind of a big deal because we had that whole, like, that was, like, one of our big, like, going out and playing with other people episodes.
Yeah.
Was going to play,
he is going to be...
Risk.
He is going to be gone towards the end of this month.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we'll get somebody... If we can't get him, we'll get, you know, the next person on the list. But, like, he's somebody I've been wanting to get on for a while. Because he's talking about, like, I want to dive deep into the Risk thing. Because we talked about it to him. We talked with him about it, but not, like, on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he said he was working on a Catan thing. A custom Catan board.
We should bring him here for a little throwdown.
A throwdown?
We could just play here.
Oh, my goodness.
We could set it up.
Yeah. I'd love to get him on the pod, and also, if there's time, maybe get, like, an extra episode of us just playing a game together. Get back to the olden days where we'd sit at the table and play cards. And
yes.
I'm hyped for that.
Hell yeah.
We could do a little setup. Tavern needs a little bit of renovations to get that set up, but we could definitely do it, man.
For sure.
Should be easy.
Yeah, man. I just want to give a quick shout out to my new pet turtle.
Does he have a name yet?
Kevin.
I love when people just name their pets.
That's what Landon wanted.
Yeah.
I was like, what's his name? He's like, Kevin.
Like, that is my favorite. My personal favorite name, though, is Steve. Steve. Like, any pet. If you have a pet named Steve, I love him immediately.
Nice.
Just, hey, Steve, get on over here. Stevie boy.
You got a troll of the week?
Troll of the week. You know what? I kind of do, but it's not really a bad thing. John, my oldest, the past couple days, because, like, he played World of Warcraft a little bit the other day, and then he played it like as much as he could today. But the dude was constantly like, I'd just be like eating food, we'd be eating dinner, I'd be doing something, like he would see me in the middle of something, he'd like walk over and he's like, "Hey Dad, can I play on your computer?" And I'm just like, "Why?" He's like, "I want to play the Warcraft game, the war game." And I was like, "All right, let me finish it so I can like set it up for you." And he's like, okay. Like 10 minutes later, he'd come back, he's like, Can we get on the computer now? I want to play Warcraft." Just constantly. I'm like, like it wasn't a bad thing. Like I remember being that kid who's just like,
yeah, that's literally Ava right now. First thing she says is, "Can I play the game?"
The game.
Like, the game.
The game.
And I'm like, nah.
Get out of here. Yeah, that was my big motivation for installing it on his laptop. That way he wasn't taking up my computer all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to put something together.
I mean, you said you got a few. I have a graphics card and maybe some other random parts if you need them. So if you need something, hit me up. I might have it.
Yeah, we could try out the graphics card. That would help, you know?
It's my old one. I mean, it's good enough to run World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, bring it over. I'll put something together.
It's in a box.
She'll be pumped. Eddie, well, like, we need to get Eddie one too. That's the thing. Like, do I give it to Eddie or Ava?
Eddie would be a better team member, but who's going to play more often? You know?
It'd probably be a tie. I think a decent amount for both of them.
Then probably Eddie. Because if we tell Eddie to do something, he'll probably actually do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of my other motivation for either making a tank or a healer. Because I was like, if I partner up with John, like, I've got to be doing one of the two. Taking threat off of him or keeping him alive.
All right, so we're putting this PC together for Edro. Let's do it.
Edro Ramirez.
We're going to use his old PC. We'll just put the graphics card in there.
Reformat it to get all the parental locks off
yeah,
of it.
I got Windows ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah. Sounds good.
A little factory reset. And, heck yeah, man. Yeah.
Get another turtle player. And there will be a Trollbar Tavern guild coming.
Ooh.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
If you can get on tomorrow, because I want you to be on to sign in and obviously join.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow, the Dark Moon Fair should be back in Goldshire.
We can get our mounts.
We can get our mounts, which is what we tried to do last week. I'm
going to be busy till like 3 or 4.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's fine, dude. The evenings are better for me, just in general.
Yeah, we got to get our mounties.
Evenings and nights are pretty much where I'm going to be until all 3 boys are back in school. Or in school. Because Jack's still got a couple more years, but until they're back in school, and I've got a good...
What's he playing? Dwarf Warrior?
So, that's what I was going to recommend him play, because, like, the Warrior's pretty simple. Because, like, you can auto-attack and get through at least part of it. But, yeah, man, I showed him all the classes.
Did he unlock Charge yet?
No, not yet, dude.
That's like, well, that's early. That's pretty early.
Yeah. He hasn't gotten there, dude. I think he got to level 6 on my account, and then...
I had to start over.
And then he had to restart. But he was cool with it. He's like, cool, now I can make as many characters as I want.
That's how Ava was. She was like, I'm like, look, we gotta restart all our characters. She was level 10 and everything. First character. She was like, alright.
Was that on the hardcore?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I switched to Turtle. I was like, look, but I was like, listen, there's new characters, there's all new players. It's gonna be better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better.
He's hyped about it, man. Like I said, I gotta get him a little cheapo mouse so we can actually play well. Because he went from my mouse to the little touchpad on the laptop, and he was like, I don't like this.
I have Eddie's mouse, but we're gonna need that.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Honestly, I need a new gaming mouse.
Give him your old one.
Yes, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because my gaming mouse died. Yeah, Warframe killed it.
I got so I don't know if you noticed yet, but this is like automatically binded to auto walk.
Ooh,
so that's nice. And then this isn't binded to anything. I got this for my pet.
attack for my hunter.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
for some reason you can't make the old macros like in regular WoW. So I'd make a macro that's like / pet attack, and then I'd do underneath it / cast arcane shot, and it'll do both. It'll like make my pet go to it, and it'll cast my thing. It doesn't let you do it.
Yeah.
So maybe there's an add-on, but until then, I gotta use this.
You gotta kick it old school, yeah. Binding it to the to buttons.
I literally messaged probably 10 hunters like, hey, do you have macros set up for your hunter? And everyone was like, no, I use the basic bindings, or
I just
no.
click the buttons faster.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm not using control.
Control 1 is for like pet attack, and yeah.
Yeah.
You just got time to hit 2 buttons like in the middle of the battle. For real.
Like I'm trying to get my attack out as soon as possible.
Dude, that is one of the things I'm struggling with the Warlock, is like I gotta remember to make my dude attack. Unless it's like the very first thing I do.
I'm telling you, send that pet, hit your 1 or your 2, whatever your spell, wherever your spell's at.
Listen, man, as soon as I get a gaming mouse, because I lost all my buttons, it's got a scroll wheel and 2 buttons, man. It's an old Dell mouse.
Ooh.
That's what I'm rolling with right now. My
Does it have a ball in it too?
No, it's got a laser.
You sure?
Yes. It glows
You
red.
could tell us.
Oh, I have a ball mouse too. I just refuse to use it.
He's bringing out for John. John, when I was a kid, this is what I used.
I don't want him to resent me.
He'd be like, okay.
I mean, if he plays on the dining room table, it'll probably roll really good because it's wooden. Just hear him rolling over there all day long.
I wonder how these boys are doing.
0 Ops. A mobile game.
This is basically like a little SOCOM remake. SOCOM 2 remake, but it's for Android. Oh, iOS too. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is... I joined this a long time ago to get early access, and I ended up giving away my Retroid Pocket, so I never got to test it on there. So I don't think it would have been the best either way. Need something a little bit more powerful. Once I get it, I'm going to try this out.
Yeah, man.
Because I love SOCOM.
Yeah, and a cool little shooter on a little mobile device would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Plus, like, the Retroids actually have, like, a joystick and buttons, which is...
Yeah.
I don't want to
Way better than a phone.
Touchscreen, yeah.
Yeah.
Having a joystick on the screen.
Gameplay footage. See some of this.
Even when I played a crap ton of mobile games, I never played any, like, shooters because... like, my thumbs covered up half the screen of my phone.
Yeah. Siphon filter. Wait, what did it say? Running animation look familiar? That definitely looks better than the last time I saw it. Man. I like that.
Just like the head doesn't move, and the like neck and body moves around it. Like a chicken.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just a real quick test of the alpha.
Oh, it's looking a lot better. Last time I saw it, it was a little rough around the edges.
Of the Xbox controller, the Bluetooth, and it all appears to be working.
They were like just coming out and releasing everything.
Are they building it from scratch?
I'm not sure what engine they put this on.
That's cool. The graphics are definitely a throwback. I mean, I didn't play SOCOM, but it's definitely that era.
Man, what a time for gaming where you either played Halo on the 360 or you were playing SOCOM on the PS2. I think that what else was super popular at that time. I guess that was like basically as far as online, those were like that was it.
Yeah,
and then
I know.
you had like RuneScape on the computer coming out.
Yeah.
That was like the same time.
It was a great era.
Yeah. Now these games they just want my credit card number.
Yeah, dude. Some of these indie games though, dude, are really catching me. The retro games, obviously, I'm a big fan of. All the remakes, the remasters, 100%.
Yeah.
And a lot of these cool little indie games that are like $20-$30 a pop that are just so unique, and they're trying something out of the box, and it's not just the same, reskinned game with newer guns. It's just kind of refreshing to me, at least. But
ooh,
dang,
he like left spawn late and then just got a shoddy kill real quick. He's the last one to leave spawn. Oh yeah, it was a sniper. Ooh,
he just no-scoped him?
Yeah.
Dang.
Sit. Little snipe montage. Alright. Check this out real quick. This looks pretty good
Pink.
for mobile.
Yeah, for mobile, absolutely. Phones are so powerful now. It's like, alright, when is my phone going to be as strong as a PS2?
Yeah. It's like a lot of phones are there.
Mm-hmm. When are we just going to have gaming phones?
Yeah. You gotta drop like, I would say like $800 or probably 600, but to get like something that can run all the PS2 games. But
yeah, I mean,
if that's what you want, it's worth it.
As time goes by, man, that price is just going to go down because there's going to be a new hotness phone.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to play PS2 games in, I don't know, 10 years? Within 10 years? Like, easy. Just like your average phone will
360
be able to
games at like 100 frames.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be nice.
It's going to go from like you have to buy this very specific phone to like all phones can run this. Because like all phones can run old school RuneScape.
Yeah.
Right? And that was like, it was a big deal that we had a PC that could run RuneScape.
Yeah, and like every phone now can run it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember it was a struggle for us to play RuneScape back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember sitting in the basement and Jacob lagged this bard right here, young bard. He's just walking in Southern Varrock, and all of a sudden, top left of the screen, connection issue. You've been disconnected, and
there was the little mugger thief guy
who
hangs out down there.
Yep, right by the cabbage,
and logged in,
and he killed you
back in Lumpy.
And you're at Lumbridge, and you ran all the way back up there. You got around the wizards, dude. All the stuff was gone.
Yep. Saddest day of my life.
Your entire like bank was in your bag.
Yeah.
Like pretty much everything you owned.
Yeah, because
that's how we played.
I was making my way up to Brock.
That's how we played when we were noobs.
We didn't have enough good things to even fill out like the 28 slots. It was like all my food, all my armor, all my gold. It was all there.
Oh, man. Hard times.
Hard times.
I remember that.
I was there. But, no, Turtle WoW. Seriously.
Join us.
You can make the changes. You can add classes. You can take away classes. I mean, not like take away from certain races. You can do all of that, man. You have the power. You can do it. You can do it.
Horde or Alliance, we can all join the same guild.
Yeah. It's great. I love that. I love like the all-inclusiveness of it.
Yeah. And you get that bond with that person. So if you're ever out there in the wild, he's got your back. He won't attack you, hopefully.
Yeah. Seriously. Engineer class. Arcane Knight class.
Talking to you, turtle developers.
Yeah, you
want some turrets.
Yeah, man.
They can do it.
Dude, it's reskin the totems.
If they can make,
and it's the same thing.
If they can make these custom skills for all these classes to make them more viable, they can make an entire class.
They can 100%. You don't have to add.
Dude, what if they just did their own Death Knight? Like,
it'd be fire.
Made like a very nice balance, like. Because you build a Death Knight. There's 3 different ways to build it, right?
Yeah,
like tank,
the plague, the blood, and something unholy. I think was.
Well, no, they're gonna stick to the lore. That's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like
that's another thing.
The Death Knights came around because the Lich King like reawakened.
Yeah.
So like, unless they get to the point where like they add in the Lich King to.
Which they could do.
Like
I said before, old school did shit like that.
Did you see the tease about Gilneas, the Worgenhome? Someone was teasing like there's like a little trailer of like someone standing in front of the gates, and I don't know.
Maybe that's what the secret.
Yeah. There was a little like hint, and I don't know if it's hey, we're adding the Worgen class, or hey, we're adding a new dungeon in Gilneas or a new area in Gilneas. But that's like the London, like Victorian London aesthetic, where like dudes in top hats are turning into werewolves.
Yeah.
Because again, it was another like disease or something that turned everybody into werewolves.
And that's like Darkshore. Or wait,
Silverpine.
Dustwood.
Yeah.
And Silverpine.
Yeah. And it wasn't until Cataclysm that like the gates cracked open, and we found like certain groups of them had like become like, you know, normalized, and that's how we got the Worgen class. But keeping it as a dungeon, you know, or an explorable area where you're just fighting like Worgens and top hats, and like,
you think they're gonna bring that in as a class too?
I don't know if they'll bring it in as a class, but I could definitely see them bringing it in as an area, because they've already got the models. There's the son of Urgdurg, right?
Argugal.
Yeah, which is the Worgen.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
They can just kind of copy paste that, maybe change the clothes a little bit, and just make a bunch of
That's what they did with the one dungeon. They put it in Burning Steps, and it's like all the dwarves and like Burning Steps looking shit.
Yep. They could do it. If it already exists, I'm not discounting like how much work it would take. But like, if it already exists, you just got to change a few things and then just create the area out of it. If there's one NPC, you can create an army of that NPC.
Yeah,
like,
and they can make their own on top of that.
But making
needed,
making their own class would be hard. Making their own race would be even harder, because they'd have to make it from scratch, unless they use something that was already in the game as the model.
Yeah. Well, they're about to they're done with their raid. They're going to release it soon. So we're going to see what that's all about.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's going to be harder than the hardest dungeon, or if it's going to be like the same or a little bit less. But I'm going to let it flow. Let Brogreg.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure your guild will try it out eventually.
Yeah.
They'll set up a night, and you just got to make sure you hop in on that.
And again, like I said, is when you make a guild, I don't know what you have to go through to do it, but like, you can pick a spot that is dedicated for your guild in the game. So your tavern will teleport you there, and it's surrounded by guards named after your guild. And there's like areas to vendor and just level up your skills.
Or we could have an actual tavern?
Yeah. For your guild.
Yo!
Like I said, so I'm going to leave my main in that guild.
Yeah. I mean, you've got 7 other character slots, yeah.
All my other characters are going to be in the tavern.
Heck yeah.
So we got to find somewhere to locate our guild. Like the one I'm in now, it's up in the mountains in Burning Steps. And you can't, like, climb your way up there. And if you do, there's guards.
Sure.
But you can hop right down and go, like, do whatever you need to do. So that's how
we got to do some scouting then.
Yeah, we got to pick an awesome spot.
Where would our tavern be?
Oh, shit, we're going to do that tomorrow, I guess. We're going to get our mounts and pick a spot.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be convenient for us, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we're Alliance. We don't want to be way out in the middle of nowhere. Where if we
we're going to be Horde and Alliance.
Yeah.
Like, Burning Steps, that's where
the Black Rock Mountain is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we go for like all of our like half our raids. So that's kind of why they probably picked that spot.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're like a guild that focuses on raiding,
Yeah, so
you'd
we just-
want your stuff near the raids.
We'll just pick a sweet spot up in some mountains, and it would have to be near like a bank, you know, because I don't think that there's a bank in there.
Yeah, that would be real convenient. I mean, if it was close to like a major city,
Yeah, so
That
we'll
would
do
be
it near
cool.
Stormwind.
or even if it was near a place that had a port and you could go to multiple places from that,
Yeah,
like it was just real easy to go other places from that.
we'll figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, your tabard teleports you there, and it's a completely separate item from your Hearthstone. So it's like having two Hearthstones in a way.
Yeah. You can put a little like symbol on your tabard, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they have like a beer mug? Like a pint?
I don't know. Should we do that? I don't care.
Yeah. Well, we look through all that stuff. We'll have a little
I never made a guild, I don't think.
We
Maybe
did
once, but
We did once, but it was like
I made
so long
I made
ago.
a twink guild for
Yeah.
the 19s, which so much good turtleness, dude. I just realized the other day why so many people do 19 twinks, 29 twinks, and like are really into that scene because at level 18 you get a friggin' mount, my dude. There's no more running in these battlegrounds.
Okay.
So lower level twinks are now mounting up in PvP battlegrounds, and that's awesome. Because you would have to wait till 40 to 49 PvP bracket to be able to have a mount in PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get it in the very first bracket. Love that level 18 turtle mount.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of turtles out in the PvP.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, man, I don't have time for that right now, but it's coming. It's coming.
Honestly, dude, I wouldn't mind having like a raid character, a PvP character.
We just stay at level 19 and just do level 19 PvP.
Yep. Find a class I really like PvPing with and just get them to 19, get them all kitted out with the best stuff. And
dude, we can use our mains to run each other through Wailing Caverns so that we can get that blue gear, like the best in slot gear for our classes.
Ooh.
Get them swords out of Wailing Caverns.
Yeah,
you got to do it at like level 14, 15 because
you level up so much.
Yeah. And you got to get that stuff before you level, you know? Some fiend shit, but...
That is some fiend shit.
Hell yeah. My troll of the week is Landon for showing up with a turtle.
That you have to deal with now.
But only because...
Mm.
As I was setting up the habitat, he started crying and he ran out of the room. And then he came back crying and he's like, the turtle can't swim. You gotta take the water out. I'm like, dude, he's swimming right now. He's fine. He can get on the rock. Like,
yeah.
So
they do need water.
Yeah. That's my troll.
If nothing else, they'll drink it. Even if he doesn't swim in it, he still needs water to drink.
Yeah. So, and you already did troll and bard.
I did my troll and my bard. Anybody you just want to shout out? Any content makers? I know we did Frog Gag.
Shout out to Froggy. Shout out to the Black Guardian Guild or the Black Wing Guardian. Really cool guild. Getting me gear.
Nice.
Getting me strong.
Get me strong.
Without even batting an eyelash. God, I usually do. I need to write people down because I usually see names I want to give shout outs to. Shout out to J-Dad for the care package today.
J-Dad?
Shout out to Snake Man for feeding on Diablo 4 like it's nobody's business. Pretty sure he took work off for it.
How many people did, man?
And I think that means he's off immortal now. So that's good.
I mean, yeah. Unless he's just double dipping.
He might be double dipping, dude. He's a fiend, dude. Because he needs his game. Like, he's got his mobile game when he's working.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that work from home type of job.
Yeah.
And he's fiending.
So like he needs those to get through the day.
I get it, man. I've got Pokemon on my phone. I've got
But-
World of Warcraft on my computer.
Now that I think about it, dude, he's gonna be playing D4. He'll figure out a way to. He'll figure out something he can grind while he's dealing with people.
Oh man.
Yeah, shout out to those fiends. God, shout out to the noob I crushed last night. I think his name was like IWAP, IWAP or something. IWAP. Making fun of my gear and then dying.
Yeah, getting a cheap shot on you and then just getting wrecked.
Yeah.
In a like actual fight. Good job. IWAP.
Yeah. So that's it. That's episode 18.
18. Wow. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us. As always, if you like our stuff, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook. You can hop on any of these games and, we'll play with you. We don't mind. We don't care.
We'll do it.
Pokemon, World of Warcraft, friggin' whatever.
Shoot, we could throw down we could play some PS2 games through the internet against each other.
Yeah.
Which is crazy and awesome.
Yeah.
Throw down anything.
We're down to play.
Connect to my port, dog. Catch me in the digital world.
But hey, thanks everybody. Hope you have a good night. Be safe. And talk to you later.